Wait, okay. I'm just gonna check if the if Jesus Christ. The dog is raw dogging through my filters. You guys could probably hear it. I'm just gonna stay muted for now. I'm only gonna stay muted for like occasionally whenever it's trying to act up. But yeah. Today we're just gonna take it chill. I will be doing only my records of the 10 farming until we get to the third full lap of this game so that we can get only the essentials. Basically this material and then of course our 500 crystals. The rest not really that important for me, I guess. So because only because I already have like a whole bunch of them anyway, so I don't really see why I should be doing like another 1,200 steps for it. So yeah. For the time being, that would be all, and then we're gonna be doing a lot of daily farming as well. So if nothing else, though, if there's literally nothing else, I'll probably try to show some glimpse of the stuff that I am working on behind the scenes. Wait, I forgot my timer. There we go. The timer should be fixed. So yeah, but like I'll only be able to like show like maybe a blurred screen equivalent because there's not really much that I can do. I did not get the perms to show some of the stuff that I have been working on aside from my own projects and all that. So yeah. But like for now though, this is where we are at. We're just gonna take it very chill for today. Wait, I don't think I've actually activated the shortcut for this. In which case I just need it. Okay. Like we need to make sure that we already can set up the hotkey for easy farming. Okay, let's put that on. Fuck. Oh, my bad. My bad. Okay. Just not gonna change the name in that. Okay. Oh. Yep. Like I've already, unfortunately though, I've already finished through the story here. After completing first lap yesterday, like I just got excited to do it. Like I decided to immediately do it so I could have like more time for like other stuff. And here we are. I do think like it has like a very very nice plot though. Like I'm definitely all for the Eternals actually actually living their best life after everything they actually went through in Stardust Town. And like just seeing the other crew members like fully support Katoru and Tien. It really screams like found family to me. Although at like first glance it really doesn't seem like they are. Which is kind of, I don't know, like I feel like that's always going to be like the first impression. Like they're not just they don't seem like they're very close to each other, but there's definitely a whole lot more to it. And I'm really glad that we actually get events like this that's outside of, you know, like catastrophe, outside of like catastrophical events in the Skydom. Like it really shows that there's still a side that we actually don't know about them yet.
ああ、退屈だったな。潰しや。眠れち。眠れ眠れする眠れする。眠れ眠れ即消えな。どけ出る。歯応えねえな。するしどけ消えな。即どけ出る。歯応えねえな。する眠れする即どけ即消えな。どけ歯応えねえな。
お疲れ様。頑張って偉い。本当に偉い。
眠れする眠れ即どけ即さどけさ。歯応えねえな。 る眠れする眠れ道化即は出る道化は即歯応えねえな。この信念誰にもおらせはせん。眠れするする眠れ眠れ即道化は出る道化は歯応えねえな。この信念誰にもおらせはせん。眠れする眠れするする道化は道化さは道化歯応えねえな。する眠れ眠れ即道化道化さ道化即道化歯応えねえな。眠れするする眠れは道化道化さ即道化道化歯応えねえな。する眠れ眠れするするは道化は出るするするは道化は消えな。眠れ眠れ眠れ眠れ即道化即消えな即歯応えねえな。
お疲れ様。頑張って偉い。本当に偉い。
する眠れ眠れ眠れするし道化道化即出る即歯応えねえな。するするする道化道化道化出る 眠れ眠れ眠れ眠れどけどけ眠れ眠れする眠れするする即どけするする即どけする眠れ眠れどけ即どけどけ歯応えねえなする眠れ眠れ眠れどけどけ即消えな即歯応えねえなする眠れするせ即どけ消えなどけ歯応えねえな 眠れ眠れする眠れするちや同期同期さ即同期歯応えねえな。この信念誰にもおらせはせん。するちやするする眠れちや同期同期同期てる即同期歯応えねえな。この信念誰にもおらせはせん。するするするちやちやするするする同期即消えな即同期歯応えねえな。眠れ眠れする眠れちやする同期同期即さ即即歯応えねえな。
お疲れ様。頑張って偉い。本当に偉い。
眠れちやする眠れちやする即即消えな即歯応えねえな。この信念誰にもおらせはせん。ちやする眠れ眠れするする眠れちやちやちや眠れ眠れ同期同期てる即
お疲れ様。頑張って偉い。
するちや。する眠れするするするはっ。
Hey. It's gone much quiet now. Unpick the message. We are so back. Like we're pretty close though. Like we're basically close to 2,000 points. We'll just keep going, so we can do like 2 laps after one another. Jesus, my my arms are big.
眠れするするする眠れどけどけどけてる即どけ歯応えねえな。この信念誰にもおらせはせん。
Now it's not arm movement. Probably end up starting emoting while normally speaking and whatnot. That's not good.
するちやするちやす眠るちやちやちやするちやどけ即さどけ即歯応えねえな。ああ退屈だったな。ちやちやちやちや即即消えな歯応えねえな。
お疲れ様。頑張って偉い。本当に偉い。
するするちやちやはっはっ同結さ即同結即さ歯応えねえな眠れ眠れちやちやちや眠れはっはっ即さ即同結歯応えねえな
8 points. About 600 more points left.歯応えねえなこの信念誰にも Hello there, welcome. Hello there, welcome to me. Yay. Doing fine naman. We're just chilling here. Been a long time, yeah. It has been. It has been a while since I last read your chat, I believe. Why is it? Yeah, like last week, yeah. So I'm just mostly recovering, but I'm mostly fine though. Thank you so much for asking. I'm gonna give you one drum of water. Hydrate redeem. The biggest hydrate redeem of all time. Drink plenty of water. Okay, a lot of people get sick. Yeah, it seems to be like the flu season again. Like, hopefully nothing, like pandemic wide at least. But yeah, like I've also noticed the same thing. Like a good lot of my mutuals have been going out sometimes, and then their next post would be like, "Oh shit, I am sick. Oh shit, I have fever. Oh shit, my nose wouldn't stop running." So yeah, like it has been like super concerning though. Like for the most part though, I'm mostly sick because of the weather changes. Like my body could not handle it. My body could not handle being like too cold and then too warm, like super fast. And my body does not like that. Yesterday I went to Mercury Drug, was full of people. Oh man, it really might be flu season again. Like it's definitely tough for the people who have to go out on a daily basis for work. I hope you'll get well soon. Thank you, man. I hope you also get well soon. Like, oh, hopefully all of us will be. For as long as we just take our meds, hopefully we will be fine. And it's not gonna be like super serious in the end. How many? Okay, we're already 1,990 points. Just about 404. And we will finally see the light. I swear to God, I feel like Pandemic Part 2, ganun. I honestly hope that it's not. We have barely recovered as is. Like, it only, like, a lot of things just got worse because of the pandemic. So I'm really hoping we don't actually experience the same thing over again. But yeah, like, what can we do, right? Like, if it's really, like, widespread enough and nearly everybody out there is getting sick, it's basically going to be unavoidable. There's only so much we can do on our own. But yeah, I am really hoping that it's not gonna turn out like that, because it's scary enough as it is. And of course things are gonna go bad again. Like, I'm scared. I'm still stuck in 2019. To be honest, same. I feel like there has to be like a study about it, to be honest, because I really feel like 2020 and 2021 just like it just happened, you know? Like, I don't even remember much of like what I did in there because I was just at home. But it's like I don't really have like notable memories of it, except like unlike, you know, like when unlike the other years before. It's kind of like you at least remember one thing that was like a hallmark of your life, and then bam, pandemic happened, and it's like you just lost all sense of time. So it's like it's really hard to comprehend even for me that it's already 2025 and not like 2021 or something. It's just difficult. But like time does not stop for everyone else, unfortunately. Like, I'd hate to be trapped in my apartment again though. Like, I would hate that. Because like there is such a big difference between you know like staying inside because of the pandemic and then staying inside because it's like it's just your choice not to not to go outside for the most part. Like, it feels like a house arrest. Although it is like more on your safety basically. I remember it when I was a pandemic pinas. I wish I had some excitement. Like, I wish I had some form of excitement during that. Like, at that time, I was just basically staring at the ceiling, I think. Just letting the days go past me. And then boom. I don't even... I literally don't remember all that much about those years. The only time I feel like I finally broke that eggshell was when I had to move out because of like my irresponsible ex-roommate and friend. That was the only time. But like before that, it's like I don't even remember all that much. And I can only, you know, like vaguely recollect things in my brain because I have collected like certain screenshots during that time. That's the only way I can remember, but like otherwise, no, I don't. Nothing much actually happened during my pandemic times. So I don't really have that much memory of it. I was just also working every day, no traffic. Oh man. Yeah, like the streets were like super wide at that time. Oh wait, we're already like 2,400. Hold on. I casually created rumors around the street that ended up being you had the gift of foresight and prediction from the Greek god Apollo himself, I think. Like I mean it would be funny though, like whenever that happens. It really is entertaining. Like just some additional key in the middle of like really boring times. Minigame? Well, when did they add a minigame in here? Oh yeah. Reverse the place and defeat foes you come across. Okay. Faster finishes garner great round. Huh. Oh! 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 And I almost fell off. I almost fell off. Only. I should probably use the CA, but like not now though, not now. This is difficult though, like if you're only on if you're only on the browser, because I don't think you can actually press the I don't think you can press the under button in time. This is just about right. You're about to enter an ad break, so we're just gonna take a very quick break. This I'll see you all in like 3 minutes. Hi, we are back. We're going to finish the laps here first.
Trionfo della morte!
Bingo. And the last.
Shinzui, Kimen Ashira! オンに切る団長、これを使ってくれ。
I love that he just there's just this icon that looks like Six just gave us like 15 elixirs for this. Oh, we get another one of those mini games. Oh, okay. I can actually. There is a key for it. So. Whoa, whoa, whoa!
ダンスマカブル
Ooh! Ooh! Sick!
ダンスマカブル
Ah!
片付いたようだな。
Yeah, no, try again. We're playing until we get that we get another 3-star.
Dance macabre.
Ooh. Ooh.
片付いたようだな。
There we go. Both of them gave me the earrings. Honestly, so cute.
Kimiがいてくれてよかった。俺、
Yeah.
Dance macabre.
Okay, finished it. Give me 5 more laps. Let's see what the associated trophies are of this thing. Complete. Okay, complete 10 circuit. Solo battle 500 times. Clear records of the 10 nightmare quest 5 times. Okay. I just don't really play. Alright, okay. Like, we already got what we need though, so that's totally fine. Let's just do some very quick daily farming in here. We'll get our dailies done. And then let's see, yeah, like this is a work in progress team. So let's get our dailies done and see if there's still like other stuff that I can probably stream.
私が守ってみせる。
神戸を垂れる。
ここがてめえの火葬場だ。うらうら。
なめんな。火力全開で行くわよ。
骨も残さん。皆の者ついてこい。
ぐらぐらぐら。
甘い。おお。
メルトブレインバースト。メルトブレインバースト。ぐらぐらぐら。
はっはっ、そこ。
シュトレツフランメ。お前の
ここがてめえの火葬場だ。うらうら。ぐらぐらくらいな。ぐらぐらぐら。
おりゃおりゃ、そこ。
甘い甘い。はあ。
さーて、私らは強強。
Afternoons are really slow hours in this game.
余裕だな。
Like this one would have been cleared in about literal 1 second. But like it's still being cleared like super fast. But... Yep. Still somehow managed to get one more.
そこ。
はっ、おりゃはっ。
はあ。おお。
さーて、本気出しちゃうよ。私ら強強だね。
Oh. Should be Lucifer. Really? Yeah, why not? Let's just test this one out. Like I've been trying to cook some solo. This is just like me doing stress test on them to see how long they can actually survive for the most part. Also, I'm not very confident with the HP. I'm not very confident with the HP numbers on this one. So I might have to like do some tweaking with the grid itself.
濡れるのは苦手？ 容赦はしないわ。
邪魔しれでそれでくらえ
容赦はしないわ。どう私も続こうかしら。
わらわの力の前にひれ伏すがよい。金河信念消え散れ邪魔消えよ。シリウスノバラストダイブ。灰になりなさいタイダルワード。散れ邪魔消えよ邪魔散れそれでそれ
容赦はしないわ。
Are they still okay? They seem to be okay. They're surviving, but hold on, what is the...
体が
should be...
動かぬ。
Alright. I don't think I have pen, though. I don't think I have pen.
OK 私も続く。消え邪魔だでそれ
容赦はしないわ。すべて洗い流すわ。
散れ消え邪魔シリウスノバラストダイブ。灰になりなさいタイダルワード。
Okay, they're holding up really nicely, surprisingly.
So if you're in a good mood right now, I tell
5
you better
turns.
kiss that thing goodbye because there will be no happiness left after this topic.
久
I've
方
talked
ぶりに
about for a
本気を出
while
すか。
that TikTok has rotted the minds of all of its users and convinced them that they're the main characters of the entire world, and everything that happens around them is just a prop that they can use to get views and clout on TikTok. And today I learned about an absolute piece of shit named Alex Bodger. Alex Bodger pulled a Logan Paul. Remember when Logan Paul filmed a dead body in the Japan suicide film?
Oh, not looking good.
さて
Oh,
行きますか。
but like that, this might be like our upper limit though.
You know, like I'm still surprised Logan.
Because in a way, we don't exactly have like a whole lot of HP to begin with.
Some kind of great
So we might end up...
as a viral video.
灰になりな
Well,
さい
Alex
I don't think this team is ready yet, but it does have potential.
even amplified it. So
邪魔消え邪魔散れ消えよ
there was an argument that happened at a Starbucks. A father had asked a stranger to stop vaping near his 3-year-old
容赦は
daughter.
しないわ。
The stranger got very upset and it escalated into a murder. He stabbed the father right in front of his daughter and he bled out and died right there at the
血祭り
Starbucks.
にし無茶は
Taking
許
the
さない
life of an
引き際は
innocent
わきまえん
father all because he asked you
もっ
to
と
stop
暴れましょう
vaping for a minute
もっと暴れま
is
しょう
horrifying. What an unhinged evil
徹底的に
monster.
潰すわよ
It's such a
わらわの
trivial
力の前
thing.
に
Just,
ひれ伏すが
hey
よい
bud, can you just stop vaping for just a minute or two? Like my daughter's right here and it's making us a bit uncomfortable. Like that, there was just no reason this should have ever escalated at all to begin with. Dude must have been vaping stupid juice. he threw his life away as well. He's gonna spend the rest of his life in prison for this murder, as he should. Just an awful and sad situation, and it really does blow my mind reading stories like this, where someone kills over something so small. Like, there's no reason to even be upset in the first place that this guy asked you to stop vaping. What's the big fucking deal? Just stop vaping for a couple of minutes. It makes no fucking sense to me. Now, where does Alex Bodger come into play? Well, Alex Bodger was nearby and saw the scuffle starting, and he immediately...
We're probably dead.
And caught the stabbing. At least
Yep.
part of it. So
Yep.
he walks over to watch the guy bleed out, and as he just keeps
expected.
saying, "Man, just keep saying, he's dead, bro. He's
We
dead."
really ate the entirety of that thing.
Film a fucking 360 video of this for TikTok. He makes no attempt at all to do anything helpful to the situation, like calling authorities or anything even remotely useful to trying to help at all. It's all just about his TikTok video for him.
Yeah, they can do it. They can deal with that.
Very disturbing. But I'll play the audio from when he walks over, and it only gets worse from here because he continues to film and he gets more and more excited that he just filmed the man's death.
Yeah.
Man stabbed, bro, right here. Right here. This guy just
So
stabbed.
where is... Wait,
This guy just stabbed him.
I don't think I've actually set up my... Yeah.
He's dead, bro. He's dead, bro.
I do have my luncheon theme for this one, but... Okay,
After
let's try
filming
it.
his passing, he then turns the camera to himself to make a, like, selfie vlog out of it, which is why we now have this infamous picture of Alex Bodger. He's doing, like, the actual Twitch pog face with the dead, bloody body right behind him. He couldn't stop himself from smiling and pretty much giggling. He was cheering on this death like he was at a fucking sports game.
Such a
ここは私が
This motherfucker just
もっ
died,
と
bro.
暴れましょう
He
もっ
just
と暴れま
died,
しょ
bro.
う
Holy
徹
fuck.
底的に潰
TikTok
すわ
has just
よ
created an entire generation of absolutely fucking useless losers like Alex Bodger. Does nothing to help the situation and somehow uses a tragic
や
murder
むを得ません
as some kind of clout goblin
思い知
scheme
るのです
to make a viral video out of it.
比例
Now,
しな
luckily,
さ
there
い
is still some shred of hope for at least some TikTok users, because this guy got fucking dunked on so hard he deactivated all of his shit because everyone was bullying him for being this subhuman piece of shit that
こ
he
こ
is.
で消え
So
て
that's good at least.
です
He even went back the next day in order to smoke a cigarette where this guy had been killed.
です
Which is some real psychopath shit. I bet this guy really thought in his little smooth brain that this instance was going
Yeah,
to be his ticket
let's just manually build that
to the upper echelon of TikTok.
Ennead stack so we can
The guy that
do some
the murder. I guess.
bigger damage in here.
終わらせなさい
So I'm walking down the
What's up?
road. I thought I see a street fight. I thought it was a street fight.
Cool,
I started
that's
running
you,
over there. I start videotaping.
This guy actually just looks like he's cosplaying as a generic psychopath. I don't know how to explain it, but just by taking one look at him, I know he lives alone in an apartment and abuses his pets.
EA damage.
Viewers as the Starbucks stabbing fam. I guess that's what he's trying to call his community, or lack thereof of community. It's pretty clear that he doesn't
Yeah, I don't think this is enough,
have a
unfortunately.
serious situation at all.
We will just have to guard.
Like his defense, his side of the story, explaining it, you know, getting to the truth of it. You've all misunderstood me, and you know that kind of deal. But it's really not that at all. And at no point does he even address why he decided not to even try and help or call authorities or anything, and just sit there and film. I really thought this was going to be a standard cookie cutter influencer apology video, complete with the fake tears, true combo.
イル
But
ジ
it's
オン
something
フォル
very different.
And I see some blood, and so I just thought maybe like there was a bloody nose or something. My brain wasn't really allowing me to
Yep.
believe what just
あ
happened.
なたを消すよ
And
あなたたちは
I
必要
knew
ない
he was dead, but at the same time, it's like, this is my first time ever experiencing this, right? So like, my brain's just like, he's dead.
あなたを
And
消
so I
すよ
just start screaming because I don't know what the fuck
汚れを払いましょう
All that
もっ
stuff
と
in my
暴れ
head
ま
is
しょ
like,
う
holy fuck, I'm standing
もっ
right
と
here.
暴れましょう
The murder is right there. What if he comes at me?
Oh, brother, we got it all wrong.
Another
He
kiss.
was afraid, clearly. You know, the murderer was right there, and this guy was concerned that maybe the murderer would come and kill him. He was so afraid that he stood there and continued to film the whole thing, including filming the murderer, while delivering play-by-play commentary as the father died,
If you can just
and then still continue to sit there filming and then turning it into a selfie vlog.
my ass.
Pogging and laughing. It looked
Do
like
we even have?
and now he's explained it, and
Oh,
now
shit.
it makes sense. You know, he was like a deer in the headlights, afraid for his own life.
But I'm in so much shock. I'm just standing there doing this. And then
やむを得
I
ません
had what I thought was
Wait, surely.
which
Yes.
is controversial.
Yes, yes, yes.
But I'm gonna
Yes.
say Satsuki Castaneda's.
Okay, fine.
That part, like,
Fine.
the smile on my face, I was out of uncomfort. I was so uncomfortable. I didn't know what just happened. Like, that's how I always am in uncomfortable situations. I put a little bit of a smile on my face, you know? And, like...
I fucking hate the way this guy talks. He is talking like he's still trying to woo TikTok girls with this shit. Absolute weirdo. He's putting that little, like, what's it called? Vocal fry
Game
in
got
his speech,
bricked.
even though I know he has a lisp and is trying extremely
Hold on. Let me just reopen it instead.
guy dying and cheering it on. I'm surprised he didn't start like sticking his tongue out and biting his bottom lip, because he even did like the generic and like, you know, that kind of garbage. What an absolute fucking creepy douchebag. Now for what it's worth, I know that for some people in a traumatic or scary situation, they cope with it with like a smile or something. That's not what he did here. Like, that's not the same response. Not only were you laughing and smiling, you turned the whole thing into like a song and dance for you, for your content. You turned it into content. That's not just being uncomfortable and smiling. You literally turned the camera around to film you and the dead body like you were at a goddamn spring break concert. Like, it's not the same. Like, you can't even come close to making a convincing argument that, well, actually, I was just uncomfortable with it while I was smiling and, you know, started vlogging. It's how I deal with trauma.
I'm sorry for the people that it pissed off. I've been called by the homicide unit. I shared my grief.
あなたを消すよ
目が覚めた。
Yeah.
Yeah. Might be the safe one.
Only because, like, I've seen, like,
全部
I'll just say human
消して
life. To me,
トーラスブロ
the
ンテ
way I look at it, if I don't know you, it's me.
イルジオンフォルモーン
I'm just keeping it straight up, but
トイルジオンフォルモーン
he's dead. What can we do now?
What a totally normal person thing to say. Human life to me, if I don't know you, is meaningless.
され。
Oh, that's something not, you know, concerning to hear at all. That's not like a giant red flag. I'm also very curious where his brain was going when he said, like, it doesn't faze him too much because he's seen, and then he cut himself off. Also interesting that he contradicts himself, because he stated that he was, like, traumatized by the event, saying that every time he thinks about the situation, he gets a feeling in his chest of pure fear. But in this video, he's puffing out his chest and, you know, fucking spreading his lats like a bat, like he's such a big, strong man that this kind of thing doesn't faze him. So that's weird. What is it? Were you fazed by it, or does it not matter to you at all? And even in this video, said he shared his grief. Well, what grief? You already said you weren't really fazed by it, and since you didn't know the guy, his life had no meaning to you. So what the fuck are you talking about? I really feel like this guy has no actual human emotion whatsoever, and is trying his best to put on some kind of show to prove he does, but it's very unsuccessful. The whole thing fucking sucks. This guy is an actual piece of shit, and it infuriated me, so I wanted to talk about it a little bit. Horrible, horrible
He
situation.
actually got one of the.
And that's really about it. So, yeah. I went over to my family's
One
house
more.
for dinner a couple nights ago, and my father was raving and couldn't stop talking about a case I'd never heard of that apparently is just wrapped up. The Alex Murdaugh murder case. And in fact, it extends beyond that. The entire Murdaugh family murders. This is a very high-profile case that I just hadn't heard of until my father started lecturing me on it like I had just taken a criminology course. He apparently followed every single piece of evidence that dropped. He watched every trial, everything. My dad studied the tits off of this case like he was going there to prosecute Alex Murdaugh himself. And it piqued my interest, it made me want to learn more about it, so I went to the best goddamn channel on YouTube for things like this, Legal Eagle. Legal Eagle recently made a full, beautiful breakdown going over every single piece of evidence and every single key point in the entire Murdaugh history. So I'm going to put a link to that in the description, but I just kind of wanted to share it with all of you because this is one of the more deep and disturbing cases I've learned about in quite a while. So I just wanted to share kind of the gist of it with all of you, but I highly recommend watching Legal Eagle's video on it if you want to learn the most about it and see how everything unfolded. You see the Murdaugh murders. So my dad just told me about that. I didn't know anything about it. And he was apparently embezzling money for a long time, a pathological liar, an oxy addict, and he snapped and killed his son and wife. My dad was telling me all about it, apparently. Or, not apparently, my dad was telling me all about it. Apparently, it was a wild case, and I didn't hear shit about it. Yeah, apparently the prosecutors had a video that the son had recorded that showed, that proved that Alex Murdaugh was lying about his whereabouts on the night of the murders. So I guess the story was they were killed at like the dog kennels on their property. Alex Murdaugh claimed that he wasn't there that night at the kennels and he had like a couple alibis.
Oh no. Skills got reset.
Try and get alibis. Try and get a couple alibis. And eventually, the prosecutors showed a video that his son had recorded literally minutes before he was murdered. His son he killed also got in a boat accident that killed a girl named Mallory Beach, and also was the only witness to his housekeeper dying, and he embezzled her life insurance. Oh, what the fuck?
Close. Los Angeles area double murder expert O.J. Simpson predicted that the Alex Murdaugh jury would acquit the low country lawyer of double murder. Turns out that Simpson's powers of prognostication don't really work for murders he wasn't involved in.
Wouldn't surprise me in the least if this guy beats this case.
So before I
It's crazy. It is crazy. We have O.J. Simpson on Twitter dropping reaction videos, giving his opinion on how another murderer could potentially beat their case. That blows my mind.
Randolph Murdoch Sr. was elected solicitor in 1920 and served until he was killed by a freight train in 1940.
Sounds like a murder. That sounds like an actual old western murder where they tied him to the train tracks. Don't know the situation, it literally just sounds like he was murdered.
Now, some people suspected that the freight train incident was a suicide because no one could figure out why Randolph's car stalled in the tracks. But Murdoch Sr. was succeeded by his son, Randolph Murdoch Jr., known as Buster, who held the position for 46 years
Cool
from
nickname.
1942. On two separate occasions, 20 years apart, he told jurors that if they didn't impose the death penalty on a criminal defendant, he would use his power as solicitor to release other rapists into the community. Yes. You heard that right. Imagine the worst thing a prosecutor could say in court.
And he got to keep the position. He would make these threats like, okay, if he doesn't get the death penalty...
Turn off the auto guard in here because...
What? Elected officials.
Yeah, but you know what? I'm
the right people. Systems in place where if you're threatening to release rapists out of like a grudge, you can get fired. Like you can get like taken out. Like you lose your position. I would think. Because it was the 70s. It's not like rape was cool in the 70s either.
Ooh. Hold. Hold.
Yeah, that's fucking Buster right there. That's how Buster plays. Get the death penalty or 50 rapists.
I swear, I really do think like this boss needs to be replaced, man. Like I swear, I'm just clicking everywhere.
To join the server. Oh, you're talking about Buster.
I'm just clicking everywhere at this point.
I guess that the other Murdochs didn't use the same tactic.
Alex Murdoch, the now convicted murderer, is Randolph III's son.
All of this information is to show you that the entire Murdaugh line is fucking evil, basically. Now that you brought up to speed on where Alex Murdaugh comes from, let's talk about his kids, because his kids are no saints. Legal Eagle goes into more detail surrounding some of these cases, but I'd just like to give you a quick breakdown. If you want more information, obviously watch this video on it. But one of Alex's sons, Buster, who is named after, of course, Buster Murdaugh, who came before him, is actually a person of interest in a 2015 death. A young man named Stephen Smith was found dumped on a Hampton County road. There wasn't a whole lot of indicators to suggest that this was a vehicle crash, and in fact was even ruled a homicide by a couple of people, most notably the county coroner. And interestingly, Buster Murdaugh is mentioned dozens of times in the investigation. Also, Alex Murdaugh and his brother Randy visited the crime scene, passing through the crime scene tape. And there were rumors that Buster Murdaugh and Stephen Smith were in some kind of relationship, and this case actually just got reopened after the entire Alex Murdaugh investigation. So that's all a bit peculiar. That doesn't seem good. Something smells very fishy over there with Buster Murdaugh, and he's not the only one. In fact, Alex Murdaugh's other son, Paul. In 2019, Paul and his friends were partying on a boat. At one point, his friends say Paul and his girlfriend got in an argument where Paul assaulted her, and then eventually the night culminated with the boat crashing, everyone surviving except Paul.
And we are done. Like, Jesus Christ, like, look at this assortment of characters. I can't see Europa in here. I could not even see Europa in that one.
Voting under the influence causing
so many of them.
So as you can see, the Murdaugh family
really big characters.
Financial crimes. There's a lot of death.
Okay, where is Buster?
There's still one that I haven't even talked about. One that happened before Alex Murdaugh killed his son and wife. In 2018 their housekeeper Gloria Satterfield allegedly tripped over one of their dogs, fell down the stairs, and died at their hunting lodge. Alex Murdaugh then instructed Gloria Satterfield's sons to sue him for insurance money. However, he neglected to inform them that he had already collected on 2 settlements and basically robbed them of about $4.3 million from the insurance here. The man is just pure evil, just a shriveled, pruny, fucking ghost-looking motherfucker whose entire bloodline seems cursed and is nothing but bad news. It is disgusting.
His lawyer said he planned to sue Alex and Maggie personally because they allegedly kept a beer refrigerator at the hunting lodge and underage kids. Given the scale of Alex's financial crimes, discovery of his assets would have revealed years of Murdaugh's criminality. With that same, Alex
ooh, that is a miss.
Outside the kennels at the Murdaugh's
missed opportunity there.
I'm really trying to break this down into the most concise
Wait for the next
possible, just to convey like the general story of the situation.
Wait for the next moment.
Again, I can't recommend checking out Legal Eagle's full video on it for the absolute best breakdown. In a nutshell, years and years and millions upon millions of dollars of stolen money and financial crimes were about to be brought to light, all of which Alex Murdaugh was panicked about. So, the main theory behind his motive for killing Paul and his wife,
yeah, this one totally works.
He needed some way of buying time to weasel his way out of this situation. I shit you not. The murder of his son, Paul, and wife, Maggie, right now the leading theory is he did it for sympathy, to portray himself as a victim, and to basically just buy himself some extra time to get out of the situation because all of these financial crimes that built up over years were about to be fucking blasted publicly. All of it was going to come to light. So that was his plan. Now, Paul was murdered before he ever stood trial for the death of Mallory Beach. But I'm getting a little ahead of the story because there was one other baffling situation that occurred. A hired hitman that Alex himself hired to shoot and kill him so his other son could get his insurance.
I swear, this thing just keeps double clicking. That should not be double clicking. I hate it.
After that conversation with Chris, Alex was shot in the head. Yes. Seriously.
Yep. So, now we're at the part that I know. everything
呼ば
that
れて飛び
preceded
出
this
てパタパタパタ
fucking wild. No clue. But
Eight
now we're getting to
mil.
the part that my dad was talking about,
That's
and
just
now I'm kind of in
how.
the middle on where all this goes. Chat just educated me
But
about this,
a
so I have the spoilers
守りを
here.
固める
But I guess I won't drop the spoilers. But I see now what has happened and how things have gotten to this
それ
甘い
But okay, I'm okay.
Alex later admitted that he hired his cousin Eddie
よそ見はダメだよ
Yep.
so Alex's remaining son Buster
To get the life insurance.
超熱
But apparently cousin Eddie wasn't up to the job because the gun shop
Picture National Lampoon.
Eddie would also turn out to be Alex's
What?
イーベルディフレクション
What?
stole from his law partners and clients to fund his addiction to pain. According to
Hold on, then my dad's calling me about the Murdoch shit that I just sent him with this. Hold on. Yeah, well, did you even know about all of the Murdoch shit with his family? Like how his son is most likely responsible for deaths as well?
我に続け
Yeah, the bro. Yeah. Yeah, I just got to that point. Cousin Eddie to like a hitman to shoot him for the life insurance policy for Buster.
私たちの絆見せようね
Okay, I didn't know if you knew any of that because you didn't mention it. That shit's crazy.
敵ですか吉田に戦いますねはいそれはい
イーベルディフレクション
Yeah, no, this is absolutely wild. I had no idea it was like so deep reaching.
よそ見はダメだよクールに盛り上がっていこう
我に続け
Well, cool is like probably a weird word to use for it, but like it's fascinating. Like it feels like it's some kind of crazy movie. Yeah, he's really into the whole Murdoch shit. We got like encyclopedic knowledge on this whole thing apparently. He didn't even mention the family stuff, so I thought that'd be news to him. Yeah, no, his whole family's rotten. Although I haven't heard anything about the mother, so maybe she didn't do anything terrible. I have no idea.
for violent schemes.
Real quick though,
よ
was
そ見
his
はダ
plan
メだ
actually
よ
to die? Like, did Alex Murdoch hire
結構
cousin
痛いで
Eddie,
すよ
goofball
先陣
McGee,
を切る
red-blooded patriot, fucking wild maniac to come shoot him and kill him?
で
That's wild. So
霧は
his plan was
全てを
actually
覆い
to
隠
die.
す
私たちの
He
絆
said, "Come
見
shoot
せ
me
よ
in
う
the
ね
head," and then he survived.
よ
He's
そ
like,
見は
"Damn
ダ
it,
メだよ
time to change
穏
plans."
やかに休みのために
Wow.
守りを固める
Hey, a lot of things can be said about Alex Murdoch,
えそれ
but
え
God, God damn it, he gave it 110%. This man was ready to literally kill himself, so that way his son could still have some fucking cheated funds.
What
$10
is
million.
going on in
The drug dealer. The trial's biggest bombshell was
somehow we are holding up very swimmingly with 5 oh wow 5
he had
this
last
game
seen
actually
his
did
son's
5
body
stacks
9 days before he found their body.
調子はどうですか
Several witnesses testified
I guess it was
in
fine
the background of the video.
that
Did the Snapchat video influence Alex's decision to testify on his own behalf? Almost certainly.
ベルトロダン
The very
Well, yeah, and I think that is very clearly his voice in the Snapchat video. Very clearly.
Alex did on the witness stand was fess up that he lied about being.
よそ見はダメだよ
Alex
穏
admitted
や
it
か
was
に
his
休み
voice
の
on the
ために
Were you in fact at the kennels
Sorry,
at 8:30 p.m. on the
イ
night
ーベルディ
Magnum
フレクション
So then he absolutely just admits to a lie right there.
I do
want to point out, this man's got some wild hair coloration here. This looks like a weird slider in a Dark Souls creator. He looks like a French fry with like some cheese sauce on the
全て
top.
に満た
That
す
shit is
力
going
を
hard.
oh
盛り上がっていこう
on the night
are
of
we
June 7th.
sure about that
Other than lying about going
yeah
to
let's
hell,
just
I was
詐
very
欺りの中に消えな
every
さい
aspect of this investigation. When Alex's brother Randy overheard
hold that right there
Harris letting him use the phone, he thought it was suspicious.
よ
And
そ見は
brother
ダメだ
Randy
よ
called the police.
敵ですか
Oh, Jesus
吉田に
Christ.
戦いますね
And spent
Man, this guy just straight up looks... He looks actually soulless. Those are some hollow, empty devil eyes right there. 100%. Sometimes people just look the part.
But in an earlier interview with investigators, Alex had actually implicated his groundskeeper. He also told the jury that someone angry about the death of Mallory Leach committed his murders. These inconsistencies undermine Alex's. Then there's the mess with Alex's financial. The prosecution argued that Alex's financial crimes couldn't be separated from the murders because exposure of his vast financial crimes.
Yeah, it speaks to his characters. Well, not only that, I imagine that also helps to demonstrate, like, make a character profile, right? I don't know if that is actually something that's usable in court, but doesn't that also serve to poke holes in the credibility since all of these financial crimes hinged on a bunch of lies and embezzlement and all of that? Or is that not allowed?
Every single one of them. You had to sit down and look someone in the eye and convince them that you were on their side when you were not.
Wow, that's hardball.
調子はどうですか？盛り上がっていこう。
守りを固める。
Alex's response: "What I admit is I misled them. I did wrong, and that I stole their money." What Prosecutor Waters was getting at
結
was
構痛いですよ。
ladies and gentlemen of the jury, Alex Murdoch is sitting there and looking at me.
Damn.
Something, but
それ、
just look at how he lied in the past.
That's strong as fuck.
That all of his financial bad deeds were caused by his drug habit, which was costing him as
新
much
一
as
の守護者の名にかけて。
$60,000. As for the weapons, the prosecutor said casings for bullets from a 300 blackout rifle were found near Maggie's body. And the Murdochs owned a rifle chambered in 300 blackout, and the weapon is now missing. Alex also couldn't account for the clothing he was wearing. His mother's caregiver.
私たちの絆見せようね。
Alex tried to remind her about what he was wearing.
I guess it's easy in hindsight, but I feel like even if I was in the court as this was unfolding, the second it came to that point, both of those in conjunction, I'd be like, well, he fucking
よ
did
そ
it.
見はダメだよ。
Oh, what kind of coincidence is that? Oh, so they were killed with 300 blackout rounds. Oh, you have a weapon with 300 blackout. That's a weird coincidence. Can you bring it in so we can just make sure like everything's, you know, all good?
敵ですか。
Oh, it's missing.
吉野に
Well, what
戦いま
happened
す
to
ね
it?。Oh, you don't know. Oh. Okay, well, what about your clothes? Can we, like the clothes you were wearing on that night, maybe it picked up some forensic evidence from the real killers. Oh, you lost your clothes. Are you telling me a burglar came in the middle of the night while you're sleeping and took the fucking clothes off your back? Even your dirty goddamn undies, he took them? Oh. Like, what the fuck? This is outrageous.
The speed of the jury's
よそ見はダメだよ。
3 hours of deliberation.
Oh, nice.
本に切
That's
る
a。gold split.
盛り上がっていこう。
Yeah.
Day after
守りを固める。
Alex Murdoch was sentenced to 2 consecutive life sentences for
結
murdering
構
his
痛いですよ。
Boy, oh boy, do I have some news for you today. It's time for a
We're not
little
sure about that
Holly
thing.
Jolly
That was weird.
This loser
We
has
are
finally
not.
been arrested.
Oh, delayed?
You recognize this guy? This is probably not
Yeah,
a
I
face
think
any
so.
of you have unless you're a woman in New York.
it's
In that case, this is probably a face that you swiped left on Tinder for. But this is the face of the man known as Squeeze Bins, the infamous street racer who's blown up on Instagram and YouTube over the last few months. This isn't like a really stunning revelation. He just looks like a normal asshole. It's not like some kind of big twist, like it's Bruce Wayne behind the Batman mask or anything. But I actually recently talked about Squeeze because he went on Neon's stream and did his street racing stunt maneuvers.
Very
and
nice.
in a hit and run live on Kick.
穏やかに
So of
休み
course I
の
was
ために
making fun of him and tossing tomatoes, shouting boo. I think it is so incredibly lame to do the kind of shit that Squeeze Bins was, where he'd just go out on public roads and put everyone's lives in danger around him, just driving fast and recklessly for his content. And this is a criminal who is addicted to attention, which has to be the worst combination for a human being ever. If you are a criminal, the last thing that you would want is a lot of eyes on you. But this guy, Jiminy Christmas, he was absorbing it like a sponge in a sink. This guy was more addicted to attention than a heroin addict is to the needle. This guy couldn't get enough of it, so he took every opportunity imaginable to promote himself. So this was always inevitable. He was either going to get arrested or get himself or someone else killed. Luckily, he was arrested before the second thing happened. Now, before really diving into the weeds of the arrest here and everything around it, I want to show you a little bit more of the lore to Squeeze, so you can get a big taste of the cringe that is Squeeze Bins.
You mix danger, but there's also other people at risk when you do that. Innocent civilians. So what do you think about the element of danger for that?
I've been doing this since like real shit since I was 9. I used to take my dad's car out. I've been doing this for so long now that I feel like I did actually professional.
This guy must have found a moron potion at some point in his life, and he has not been able to break the curse. The effects still linger. He did an interview with Tommy G, a very popular video, over 8 million views here.
Nice. We got full stacks again.
All while acknowledging that he's one of the most wanted people in the area by the authorities. How stupid can you be? He's going on a press tour here to promote himself while actively engaging in illegal activity and putting himself in as many places as possible, giving authorities all the evidence they could ever require. He also has the gall to call himself a professional. He is a talented driver, no doubt, but the only thing he's a professional at is not dying. That's it. He's going out there and gambling with everyone's lives and his own, and nothing beyond that. He's not a professional at anything, he's just currently surviving, is all.
How I drive.
Oh.
Nice. How fast do you go?
I mean, there's been a video on my web on
Waha!
Filming with one hand, driving with the other, 210 miles an hour. That's insane. Did that scare you?
Not really, to build up a tolerance of just speed.
We got something out of that, which was nice.
Let's pop in the
Now we go to our wind.
It reminds me of this classic story.
Hello, Kenty. Yeah, nice Reyes. Yeah.
Information about a woman who was an accessory.
Got lucky with the drops. Wait, was this my team? Wait, this is the one.
And so they were able to find her because of that. Squeeze and that lady are two sides of the same coin. Just pure degenerate government. Anyway, though, he's finally been arrested after an incident that happened back in April where Squeeze allegedly made an illegal turn and proceeded to elude the police at high speeds. Then officers found videos of him committing various traffic violations throughout the tri-state area. Apparently the NYPD did a little fusion dance and a fist bump with another department, and they worked together and found Squeeze because he was wanted on other charges, including burglary, theft, conspiracy, and more. I was reading a couple of other reports where he allegedly punched a 20-year-old man in a deli. So I'm not exactly sure what all went down there, but ultimately it ended with him getting arrested and the NYPD commissioner taking a victory lap here and dunking on him on Twitter by saying Squeeze Bins is in custody thanks to New York's finest. And then he posted a picture of his Instagram with the word apprehended slapped across it there as if it's some kind of like busted thing in Grand Theft Auto. So Antonio going from Squeeze Bins to Squeeze Mins here, being shoulder to shoulder squeezing the cell with other dudes, hopefully. But there's no telling if he's actually going.
This team is really this team is pretty crazy. It just shits out a lot of damage.
He did make an Instagram post about how he can't go live on there, so then he made a Twitch account.
Don't even have to worry about anything, but yeah, the CAs though.
His original Instagram account appears to be banned, and the only one I can find is another one that appears
okay, luckily it's just buffing. But we can clear that, is the thing. We can slowly clear through that.
Instead of a kick account. Like, not even this blatant criminal who is
like, I might as well just CA for this one. So we can get the debuff.
That's kind of crazy to me because Kick is the home of broadcasting illegal activity. They don't do shit about it there. They give you like a subtle thumbs up because it's driving more traffic to their site. That should be home turf for Antonio here. Squeeze Bins would be hoisted on their shoulders like a golden goose. And yet he still said, ew. I'll just go to Twitch instead. that boggles my mind. I did laugh when I read that he made a Twitch account. I wish they'd make an example out of him here. He's not like the only one doing this kind of content, the lone alpha wolf or anything here. This is a pretty popular niche of content online where people will just put on a helmet or wear some kind of mask and then just commit crime and like taunt authorities driving around recklessly, endangering a bunch of innocent people's lives on the road for content and views on Instagram and YouTube and shit. He is far from the only one doing this. So I think if they would actually give a fuck here and pursue real serious charges and actual repercussions for his actions, it could help to dissuade others from pursuing this.
Ooh, wait. I don't like this. Amy's gonna die. Okay, no, maybe not yet. Not yet. But she is on the verge of dying.
About his crimes and how he's not remorseful and will always continue to do it, most likely. Why the fuck would you just give him a slap on the wrist? There's also more than the dangerous driving. He apparently beats people in delis, at least according to some of the reports here. Like, this is not someone that they should just be playing like patty cake with here and saying, hey, don't do it again. Alright, now get out of here. Come on, scram. Like, this is something that they should be taking far, far more seriously. I really hope that his release is a temporary thing as they build up a meteor case against him, so that way he'll actually get thrown in the sun. There's just no excuse for it at all. Just going on the public roads and compromising everyone's safety for your content, I just think it truly super sucks. And I think the fans of this kind of content are extraordinarily annoying. So there are still like squeeze bins enthusiasts that are losing sleep over this, thinking that he's done nothing wrong, nobody got hurt, even though in his interview with Tommy G he says that people have tried to emulate him and they have crashed.
Ah!
He also did get involved in a stream, but whatever.
They got hit. They got hit. No, that is just so sad.
Hey, they're squeeze bins, guys. Of course they will.
I doubt that.
But I'm just super happy that he's finally been arrested.
Ooh, that was so close though.
So anyway, that's really about it.
But yeah, that's probably like a damage, a damage.
Because it's extremely serious.
Damage omen.
Things to point and laugh at, throw tomatoes at, say boo.
Like, I guess we'll just have to leave it up to them.
This is horrible.
Let's just join the raid.
Didn't know about it until a few nights ago, where just some random
What do we have here?
mentioned it, and I looked it up, and the information was only.
Wait, I already finished my farming for this.
So quickly, unless he's like one of the chief
Wait, not that.
on the case that just typed it in the chat. But when I looked it up there wasn't.
Because I do need the
about the case
materials for the domain thing.
To the public eye.
Let's
truly evil.
Let's do this one.
This is the first case where a live stream was used as an alibi in a murder case or anything of that magnitude.
Like, I've already forgotten the autos that I have for this.
But I think this is the only time that someone has tried to use a live stream to prove their innocence and act as a smokescreen to cover up their crimes. And the person I'm about to talk about has been found guilty.
It's probably done.
With murder with overwhelming.
We did not even get the.
Extremely compelling and strong.
We did not even get anything out of that.
In Ireland, a woman named Natalie.
Guess we'll just have to hit Nehan and make a break for it.
She was 15 weeks pregnant at the time of her death. And the person accused of murder is a man named Stephen McCullough. He's a YouTuber as well as streamer.
Like, it's getting full though. That's crazy. That's crazy to me. Holy.
It's a 6-hour live. And this was crucial evidence to prove his innocence on this evening. Because how could McCullough have possibly killed someone when there's proof of him streaming?
Wait.
So they eventually, after bringing him in initially on suspicion of being involved in this case, let him go. Because this live stream did serve as a pretty good alibi for him. Plus, this wasn't just streamed to 0 viewers, there were real...
It requires 40! It requires 40!
Witnesses saying, no, I was...
My goodness, we need like a one-hit wonder, but...
That was his fault.
So like maybe... Wait, no. I was thinking about the rush for some reason. I'm like, wait, no, that's the wrong element.
footage. They kind of pinned his whole location. They got his whole itinerary here. They were able to track him around and follow him around like it was a fucking Sims character. So not only did they see
Like, it's crazy. Like, this raid is absolutely jam-packed right now.
While getting changed to a bus driver, and with all of this, they had a really strong case against him being the murderer. But they still have that live stream to explain. Because again, there is a live stream that did span the entire course where all of this took place. So how the fuck does this happen? You know, is he David Copperfield? Like, what? 2 places at once? Is this some kind of prestige situation where he had like a twin or a clone of himself? The actual answer is it's far simpler than you would possibly.
Did not even notice the ad break. Like, we'll just mind it later after this one quick run.
It was a pre-recorded video that Stephen McCullough had recorded days
Alright.
prior in order to look like a
Right.
live stream, to mimic a live
Let's just take a quick break.
stream used as an element. How can they not find who owns these horrible Twitter accounts with these horrible fucking names? And now I'd like to talk directly to the people who say, well, it's not their fault, it's the cop who killed him's fault. No, it's definitely their fault. That wouldn't have happened if they didn't call the police, but the police are also very much to blame here. So, according to the family, what happened is the police were banging on the door, the husband opens the door and is immediately shot by a cop. Immediately shot. Why the fuck is he immediately shot? You go there because it's a reported hostage situation. I understand it's very high tension, you're nervous, you're on edge. But you knock on the door and someone opens the door. That's the expected response. Why do you panic and shoot him? It's like a pizza man going to my door because I ordered pizza. He knocks on my door, I open the door, and he fucking blasts me with a shotgun because he wasn't expecting me to open the door. What the fuck were the cops expecting? Did they think he was gonna bust through the second floor window like Action Man and land on the ground and turn himself in? Why did they freak out because he opened the door? I don't get that response at all. Everyone's like, oh, I feel so sorry for the cop. He's the real victim here. He's gonna have to live with that for the rest of his life. No, the cop is not the real fucking victim here. The real victim is the man who got killed and his family that he leaves behind now. I feel absolutely nothing for that cop except hatred. He's either A, the most untrained officer on the force, and the force benefits from him not being there, or B, just a bloodthirsty menace. Now, if it's the former, what kind of training do the SWAT go through? They're supposed to be the elite. They're supposed to be the best of the best. But apparently they're also fucking afraid of their own shadow. What kind of training do they get? I have to know. Do they just put the fear of God in them? They train them like they're fucking dogs. Oh, if you hear a loud sound, just fucking shoot at it. You don't want to take any risks. No matter what happens, if you hear anything, if you see anything, shoot it. That's the only way to deal with problems. They just have to be so poorly trained. And the way they handle the situation after they kill the husband is just as bad. So they go there because it's a reported hostage situation. They kill the man who I guess they immediately assumed was the man who took the hostages. He opened the door, he must have the hostages. Fucking blast him. Okay, he's down. Now they have the hostages left, and what do? They make the hostages walk over the corpse and then handcuff them. What fucking heroes, huh? That's how you're trained to handle a hostage situation. You handcuff the hostage after making them walk over a dead body? Amazing. Absolutely amazing. SWAT is a fucking joke. An absolute fucking joke. I made this video when the story was still fresh and all the details weren't fully out there, and now I just watched an interview with the mother of the son who was killed by the police, and she says there was no knocking on the door, he heard noises so opened the door and was gunned down. They weren't giving him any warnings or anything, they just killed him the second he opened the door. Which doesn't exactly make it any better for the police side of the story. I'm not going to take out the part of the video with the knocking on the door portion because there still is some sources claiming they did knock on the door and then killed him when he opened it. So really neither one of them looks better for the police. Him opening the door while they, didn't give him any warnings or anything and killing him, that's just as bad. I don't know what the fuck they thought he was doing, opening the door to charge them with like a riding on horseback or something. It's still a ridiculous scenario that doesn't warrant them gunning him down in any cases. Also, more breaking news as I was rendering this video out, the swatter has been arrested. Here's his picture. This is him, looking like a man you'd find at your local card shop playing Yu-Gi-Oh! With the children. And now I'm happy to say, Tyler joins the Hall of Fame of Swatters with Rob.
And it got delayed.
Who were behind bars for many years. It's a fantastic conclusion, really. But this shouldn't be where the story ends. Miracle and vaporizing the cop need to face repercussions for this event. This whole thing wouldn't have happened without Miracle and Vaporize coming together and forming the perfect storm of tiny penis and lack of testosterone. And if Tyler's going to jail, those two should also be going to jail. Vaporize will likely get raperized in there. It'd be an asshole if the other guy's asshole wasn't stretched 2 feet. The cop also needs to be joining them with some more than just a paid vacation. There needs to be more done here. Justice hasn't been served entirely, but it's a great fucking start. And I just want to address this because I know it's going to come up in the comments, people calling me just a cop hater, one of those fuck all cops kind of people. I'm not. I don't hate all cops. There's good and bad cops, I know that, but there's a lot of bad cops, a lot of them going around right now. Just take, for example, the fucking Simon Says killer from not too long ago, who just executed a man who was following his absurd instructions, making him do everything shy of an interpretive dance and write him a book report, and then he killed him. Sickening.
Got cancelled. Good.
I know we don't have all the details surrounding what happened here, but I don't think under any circumstances would a man opening a door warrant being gunned down in cold blood. Unless he walked out of that front door with a nuclear bomb strapped to his chest, I don't see why you executed him like that for no fucking reason with no warnings. It's just disgusting. This is a bad cop. There's a lot of bad cops, but I don't hate all cops. Obviously not all cops are bad. But yeah, I mean, that's this whole story, and I'm super glad this... I hope that justice is served for the other...
That one hit is way too nasty.
Make you frown. Undercooked meat, getting a porta potty tipped over on you while you're inside.
Wait.
I want to give you something that can make...
Okay, we only have like 1 stack of that.
Streamers whose whole existence revolves around making everyone's lives around them worse as their content has just been arrested. 2023 has actually been a pretty solid year for streamers everyone hates getting thrown in the slammer, finally facing some real repercussions for their awful behavior and unbelievable cringe. Such as the streamer Johnny Somali, who is still...
Jesus Christ, can my mouse please stop double-clicking shit?
The individual we're going to talk about right now. So I'm going to delve into fantasy like it's the fucking Magic Treehouse.
Nice.
In my little headcanon fanfic, he is currently sitting in his prison cell blubbering his little eyes out like a bitch. And this clip actually makes me extremely happy. It reminds me that Christmas is right around the corner because it gets me in a joyful spirit. And just as old Saint Nicholas taught us, it's better to give than to receive. So I wanted to give you all the gift of a big ear-to-ear grin as we watch this insufferable asshole get arrested, but also what led up to it.
Hey, listen up. You look so cute and you look so delectable. I want to put you on a plate and just eat you up. How about that? I know, you're sorry. You're sorry you can't get with a hunk like me. You're sorry you're stuck with the cock that you fucking feed on. You record videos and sucking off other guys, and you want to do that shit. Correct me if I'm wrong.
This guy's voice sounds like someone doing an impression of a Redditor. He's got that quintessential nasally loser voice, and clearly he knows he's not actually going to end up getting this girl's number or anything like that. He's being as abrasive as possible with content for his stream to entertain them by just going up and harassing women as much as possible. Admittedly, this guy is also self-aware enough to recognize that he is a creep, but instead of doing anything to fix that and better himself, he's more than happy to lean into it as much as possible to become the ultimate creep. He has adopted it as his only personality trait, being a loveless, sexless loser, and tries to make a career out of it. He is actually striving to be a professional dumpster for everyone in the chat to spit in and laugh at. It is pathetic. Dude's out here more dripless than I am, by the way. He's out here rocking a yellow t-shirt, bright yellow, looking like Curious George's friend, the man in the yellow jacket. Goober's also got some of the worst posture I've ever seen in public. He's more hunched over than that iconic photo of Goatman in the forest. So I already know when he's not out in public harassing people for his stream, he's inside
And okay.
rotting and withering away. Now, of course, I'm not usually one to criticize posture, because sometimes when I'm streaming, I get fucking hunched over and right up against the monitor, too.
Yeah, this one does not want you to use skills, so let's go with this one.
Tell me I'm right on the money or not. So show me, okay, listen up, baby. I'm so sorry. You know, I really tried. Fuck.
It's so cute how he also has a friend with him that's doing the same thing, but from a distance, kind of whispering it to stream, just insulting the girl for the audience. What an unbelievable power couple of fucking douchebags.
I don't want to bother you guys. I'm not trying to be creepy in any way, but can I get like one of your numbers? Oh, so I can't take you out or do anything like that?
Yes, really quick.
Sorry.
Doesn't matter what you want. You want?
Here's what we're wondering. You're just so fucking hot.
That second encounter right there is nightmarish. This girl on the street alone, two weirdos come up to her and say, it doesn't matter.
Let's try delaying.
And you can see her facial expression drop, just completely sink into a panic mode. I have no doubt she expected to be...
Like, I've honestly rarely ever played NAIDS, man.
That's a fucking weird thing to have happen.
But I just try to like remember it, how to play it, every now and then.
What the fuck? This whole shtick sucks. It's just
okay.
up and bothering people who are just going about their night, just randomly coming up to women. Hey, pardon me, toots. Unsucked penis is a disease, and I'm suffering from it. Are you the cure? You should be. Well, it's just
Ooh, I don't think we're hitting that, Omen.
going up and doing cringy lines. It's sticking around bothering people, and in this case, scaring a woman who's walking home alone.
You want to be my girlfriend for 5 minutes? You want to just go on a little date?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm here with my girlfriend. Can you guys just shut the fuck up? I'm here with my girlfriend. Just shut the fuck up. Get the fuck out of here. I'm here with my girlfriend. You're making too much noise. Get the fuck out of here, asshole! Fucking prick. I'm so sorry. No, please. No, I was just protecting you. I was protecting you, baby, please.
Haha, you get it? The joke is, he's just pretending to be an I don't know why you couldn't understand the gut-busting comedy of that. I'm gonna toss a quick fun fact your way, so get ready to receive it. About a month ago, I made a video going over shitty streamers like this guy and his friend, and I'm almost 100% certain that this is the same guy that ran away when someone he was harassing finally took him up on the offer to fight. He was the guy that instigated a conflict, and then the guy he was doing it to said, alright, let's just settle it right now. And immediately this guy bolted off. I'm being very generous with that term. Bolted in the same way that an alcoholic zombie would stumble across the street, because this guy is not athletic at all. But he ran away as quickly as his goofy little legs could take him, and then had this brief come-to-Jesus moment where he recognized just how sad and pathetic he is. Just this impressive specimen of trash.
Alright, you, me, Central Park, tomorrow. Don't be late.
皆を守る力を
シャキッとしなさい。
愚かだ。
バカの邪魔よ。
I
hope he doesn't chase me because I don't want
Okay, not yet. Don't have an omen to clear.
Am I pussy beta? Perhaps. But I don't know.
Using all the latest and greatest in technology and summoning the world's leading forensic experts to analyze the footage here, I think we can all conclude with a high level of confidence that this guy and the guy that I've been showing you who's about to get arrested here on stream are the same person. There's just no way that this world...
Why is my CA? Why is my CA damage so low? This is why we can't meet the omen requirement.
It's the same person. I'm pretty sure.
We're not breaking the cap.
You love it.
You know that there's like a...
Excuse me, what's going on? What's going on? Relax.
Like, I have like way bigger damage.
Yeah.
Way bigger damage with the skills than like the...
So they're arresting Carl, guys? Carl did nothing wrong?
Yes, the good ending. Tugs on your heartstrings. It's a beautiful thing to witness. You love to see that. I can't imagine a more fitting conclusion here. I don't know why his buddy's saying he did nothing wrong. He immediately tried to run from the cops who were about to start talking to him. You can't do that. Like, what the fuck? I imagine he got called there for a disturbance, like, hey, there's this weirdo and his weirdo...
We're first clear.
So the cops are coming to tell him to, like, cut that shit out. And then Chief Goofball here immediately tries to run. Well, it's not really a run. This guy and run don't really go in the same sentence. He takes like 2 fee-fi-fo-fum steps that kind of resemble like speedier movement, and the cops are like, nah, put the kibosh on this, and they just tackle him, they take him down, and then stand him back up. So, again, I don't know what the update is, I don't know if he's still in custody or what, or if there's any charges. I couldn't tell you. It just makes me happy to see that. It's just a big ol' asshole getting taken off the streets there, so I thought that might push. That's about it. I have to talk about these text messages. I can't help it. What do you want from me? What do you want from me? Momizuma? These are extraordinary. In like the
this better meet the omen requirement, I swear. Come on, please.
The void beckons, and I have to speak on this. So, the context. A lady whom had been fundamentally stalking her for quite some time. Her and her husband had dealt with this individual for a while and decided to share some of the unhinged messages that they had been sent by him. There was a lot more that happened besides these text messages, but that's what was shared and what I want to go over. Buckle your seatbelt here, because this is about to be a pretty intense ride. This is a good read from cover to cover, if you like lunacy. Hey, I hope your weekend has started nicely. I apologize it took me a few days to feel like I could say this. No need to apologize, Goober. I get it. Had to muster up the courage here. Hype yourself up in the mirror so you could really let the demon out. You need to break up with blank and then agree to be with intentions to be my wife. And let me explain why. So he's basically acting like a salesman here, trying to drive the hard bargain. It's like an episode of Shark Tank. I'm seeking...
Hello, Goose. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
10% equity in...
I can't believe it. They're asking me for CA damage again.
Unfortunately, maybe it didn't attach, so it didn't...
I hate it here.
I can provide more for you than he can. The independent woman facade you engage in wouldn't be necessary with...
This burb lady is really out for my ass.
Provide you with a lakefront house, which I know is a desire of yours. I can provide you the free time that you often post about and yearn for to engage in your favorite hobby, ceramics. All I ask for you is your devotion in return. I know I am perhaps not physically desirable to you, which is why I plan to compensate with the lifestyle you often talk about wanting to provide yourself. You can really feel the fedora through these messages. It smells of such potent desperation. It's also very interesting that he calls attention to not being physically desirable to her. It's an interesting negotiation tactic. Excuse me, madam. I know you may not be physically attracted to me, but here's how I can make up for my face looking like turbo ass. I know if you could be given an opportunity, you would take it because you mostly desire to be able to experience freedom in life. It is something painful for me knowing you could have everything you wanted if you would simply agree to be my wife in the future. I could also pay off your student loans and car loan, which I know you've expressed desire.
What do you mean 20?
With a simple call to your local
20 million damage my ass.
and begin your new life with me.
That is just not happening in here, man. I am so sorry.
Just come join my cult, and I promise I am not a rapist or a creep. Nothing screams good guy quite like needing to clarify that you are neither a rapist nor a creep. I mean, would he lie to you, right? I mean, that's what a normal person says, like, by the way, miss, I am neither a rapist nor a creep, so you should feel safe around me. Now come live on my property immediately. I am not going to imprison you or enslave you to a basement. Well, breath of fresh air. I was a little concerned about that.
Okay, let's
Now,
just
luckily,
let's just substitute for that.
reason to feel alarmed anymore about that being a possibility. You are free to continue your friendships with your womanly friends and your relationships with your family. I would never force you into sexual situations.
Oh,
I know it must sound so strange hearing this, but I feel I must make it clear to you that this is a dream opportunity.
I mean, I'm lucky I still get to like dispel this thing, but
Dropping your current boyfriend and job. Begin pursuing your hobbies while we plan our wedding. I've got a sneaking suspicion that this guy would absolutely shackle her and imprison her in the basement. But I imagine she wouldn't be alone down there. There's probably quite a few other victims that he has in that basement. This is a fucking unhinged freak. Now it's important to mention that this isn't just some random person sending a bunch of nonsense. This is a very credible threat to the safety of this woman. They've been dealing with this individual for quite some time, and they even court over it. There's a
surely it's dead. It's dead. Finally.
This is a really dangerous person to be.
One more.
I know we have not spoken very much in the last 6 years we've known each other. I've always known you were supposed to be mine as soon as I met you on March 3rd, 2018. He's got that shit marked in his calendar as the most important day of his life. I've never once inserted myself into your life. I haven't pestered you for your phone number, and we have an occasional chat on Facebook now that we're not. I've been satisfied with this level of acquaintanceship for years, and I understand that you have been with Blank since 2012. I understand you were committed to him prior to us meeting, but Blank, you must agree that we have something special. We share so many interests, and we were always able to have great natural conservation. When we would attend lunch together during the workday, it was an effortless and relaxing experience to share those 40 minutes with you once or twice a week. And don't think I forgot how often you paid for yourself. A trait I knew was you trying to assert your independence in front of me. Oh, the delusion. Oh, the delusion is sickening. That's an
Yeah, I don't think this is happening.
where no matter what, there are people that will view things in an entirely
I don't think that is happening. We might as well, yeah. Let me just delay that.
interpreted, misconstrued by this fucking menace as her trying to assert her independence in front of him. So it's just like this honestly scary situation where something totally innocent, like just buying your
Ooh,
has now completely
10 million.
this dude's noodle, where he thinks
Oh, wait.
it's all about him. It's so
Surely we can.
I knew then you were trying to show
Surely.
love for someone to take care of me. I'm ready to settle into a family-oriented life, and I recall you saying you would have children if you had the financial capital to do so. I know you desire to be a mother, despite your current male partner not wanting them. You would make a wonderful mother to our children. I would ensure you had everything you needed to live the family life in your voice crack. That was a big voice crack, too. This man's serial killer stalker Riz just attacked my vocal folds.
Ooh, we did not clear that.
Before we settle down with children, I want to take you to your dream destination list. I've kept track of all the places you've mentioned over the last few years that you'd like to visit. You always share such a beautiful landscape photos. He's like the Zodiac killer here. I bet if this wasn't over Facebook Messenger or whatever, it would have been sent via postage, letters in the mail, using cutouts from magazines for the letters. I want to take you to Japan, to Thailand, to New Zealand, to Greece. That classic one. Oregon! Fucking the Dean scream. And after that, we'll go to the opal mines in Australia for your dream ring, and then I'll take you to all the waterfalls the islands have to offer.
Ooh.
My proposition is serious. You know
My CA just never lines up in this one.
This year and you are turning 32 years old. It's time to start making decisions about our familial life and how to enjoy our remaining years. Please know I have never offered any woman this proposition. I have a very secure career that I enjoy and do whatever it takes to maintain in order to have your companionship, sexual prowess, and motherly raising of our children. I will give you everything you desire, as long as you agree to be my wife and raise our children. A very strong negotiation overall. I wonder how she'll respond to this in the Shark Tank. Hey, blank, I want to acknowledge that
somebody already died.
to read and respond. That feels more like she's very afraid and is doing this out of pure obligation, like buying time to figure out how to handle this without setting this guy off on like some kind of rampage, like this violent outburst, which is smart on her part for sure, to like very gently navigate this, because it's a scary situation having a stalker like this. Good morning. I am still awaiting your acceptance of my proposal. I look forward to hearing from you. Oh god. He's dropping the hammer now. It's all business. And he's not taking no for an answer. Good morning, goofball. I'm going to be perfectly honest. I don't know how to respond to this. I don't mean this negatively, but I honestly don't know whether or not to take this seriously. What I mean by that is I don't know if this is a joke or not. You said this is quite out of left field, so I'm not exactly sure how to respond to you. This proposition is very serious. I have to make serious considerations about my familial life as I'm ready to establish this. I know I can offer you much more than your boyfriend can. It has been 10 years, and he still has not provided you with those things you desire most. I am a better provider than he is, and I will ensure your needs are met. Please, I would appreciate you taking this seriously and giving me a date and time I can come collect your items and move you into my house. It's in northern... This guy is already convinced that it's a yes, and now he's just trying to figure out when he should schedule the college hunks hauling junks to come collect all of her shit to move in with him. So now she fully responds to this. Surely you have to understand I can't agree to something.
20 mil damage.
Boy, I'm not a damsel waiting to be rescued while yes I
Oh wait, it's probably going to ask me.
working for it, and frankly, I'm insulted that you perceive
Yeah,
my
you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna fucking.
Most importantly, it's another.
We'll just rely on all the dispels that this thing has.
Trading my life for materialistic items and to be.
I don't give a shit anymore.
I don't know you. You don't know me. You have a limited glimpse into my life through my social media posts. What you see online represents a fraction of who I am as a person. We were co-workers and nothing more. I made this very clear to you in the years we worked together. I was in my relationship prior to even working with you. Yes, you're right, you never crossed that boundary, but instead you spent the last 6 years building a fake...
This is definitely going to ask me to charge attack next.
Trade my value as a human being for a lake house and free time for pottery. I'm not sure how you became...
Yeah, I knew it. I knew it.
I need to assure you it's not. Please do not ask me this again. I am not interested, nor will I ever be interested in being your wife and child bearer. So she lets it all hang out here. She pulls no punches. She sets the record straight and says it right to his face. Well, as close to his face as anyone will ever come through text messages here. Read, Mare. Now, there's no need to insult me. I am not propositioning you to live in solitude and to raise children alone. I want a family. I want you to be my wife, specifically. I want to build a family with you. I thought you were intelligent enough to understand how great of an offer this is. Buddy, she is intelligent enough to recognize that her life would be in danger saying yes to you, you absolute maniac. You fucking weirdo. She is to say no to this, as pretty much everyone on the planet with any level of survival instinct.
Somehow Medusa is still alive.
You're a stalker.
And kicking.
I know you're primarily saying no because you don't find me physically attractive. If I looked better than your boyfriend, I have no doubts you would emphatically tell me yes. I didn't know you were so shallow. Oh, now he's going full nice guy mask off mode, even though he wasn't really putting up a nice guy persona in the first place. You would learn to be physically attracted to me just as I learned to be physically attracted to you after you gained 60 pounds. You look much better when you are staying in the 150 to 200 pound range, yet I never said a word to you about the fact that you gained so much weight because I realized you were perfect otherwise. I realized your looks didn't matter when your soul is what I wanted to spend time with. He probably wants to suck her soul out of her body like Shang Tsung. Like, this is a threat to her life, and she is absolutely making the right call, trying her best to get away from this guy and shut it down as hard as possible. It is simply a trade for a house and free time. Oh, the barter method, of course. I am offering you the very thing you constantly talked about and post about, the freedom to enjoy your existence without stress and anxiety. There would be more stress and anxiety with you because you are actually dangerous. It'd be a constant, like, guessing game of whether or not she's going to survive through the night under you. This guy is fucking scary. And he makes it seem like so simple. Simply in return, we are married and have a family.
Yeah, pretty sure. Yeah, those ones are like buff removing.
You get a house and you get the weirdest man.
15. Can we actually do 15 though?
You would learn to love it because our home together would be so peaceful and joyful. However, perhaps you're right, and you are not the woman I thought you were. You're attracted to a low-life loser who filed bankruptcy at 25, hid his credit card debt from you. You pay his bills while he job hops.
Also, I kind of doubt that. I kind of doubt that.
Where the money was going to come from.
Oh, they did. Oh, they did. Nice. Very nice. Then I think we should be able to clear like for the 5th debuff, as long as it's like a damage. As long as it's asking for damage, I think.
I am better than him in every way, and yet you still choose him. It is baffling to me why young women like yourself want to be with the losers and drug dealers who will end up beating you silly. Keep in mind, this is coming from the same worm, the same specimen, who had to assure her he's not a rapist and wouldn't imprison her and shackle her. I think this guy is the one that most likely would beat a woman silly, because he has all of the red flags you can possibly fucking imagine about a man. I'm going to fast forward.
I swear, the upward hill battle of this one is just not. Like, this series is just not really my favorite. I just don't like this raid series at all. So annoying. To me, that is. Like, it's just annoying to me. Nothing personal.
He immediately goes to wiener size. Just another.
I already forgot what the.
Physically appalling, but he also has a tiny cock. She says, "I'm not."
The idea of Enneads are spamming Ogies. Oh yeah. I mean, bet. But like. No, I don't really have the time to like.
What it could possibly be about me that you're so
put everybody in Kego. And of course there's also like some characters that I'm missing for that sort of thing.
Gentleman here and scholar, would she find repulsive?
But it's kind of like sometimes it just works out though. Like there are teams here that they just kind of work out in general, but yeah, like I have to play it manually for maybe until I hit like the 2nd or 3rd debuff that they have, and then after that I can just put it on full auto. But yeah, like
she's crazy, right?
I just don't like this raid series at all. Where's the Halmal?
Everything you have ever wanted, and you're turning it down still?
Oh wait, no, I was thinking of Chef M3. My bad. I don't need Halmal for this. I think this one should be fine. Good luck. Yeah, like maybe one day I will be arsed to actually put out the Kengo grids per element. Like for now, that's not even on the table. Like, if I can't farm them easily with the teams that I already have, which just kind of works for most of the raids, then it's like, I don't want to play it.
Bring it down, an ultimatum. Last chance.
Oh wait, I turned off Orology stuff in here.
Or I'm out.
Hold on.
Come as a huge surprise to all of you watching this, but she still said no.
My bad.
Fuck off. I don't owe you shit. I'll be blocking you now. Have a great rest of your life. I waited all day to see if your little conniption would resolve and you'd come back begging me for this opportunity. But I see you've decided to block me on Facebook, but too stupid to also block me on Messenger. At least for now. He's now fully in his villain. He put on a trench coat, sunglasses, and he's doing this. I see you've blocked me on Facebook, but not Messenger. For now. I cannot believe I allowed myself to become entangled in the idea that a beastly fat woman such as yourself would actually choose to settle down with me. I can do so much better than you, and yet here I was offering you a way out of your wretched life. We both know you're settling with blank because you're too lazy to lose weight and make yourself more attractive, and you trained him to be okay with your fat. I was willing to let your fatness go to the side because I knew if you had free time, you'd lose the weight and retain a more attractive figure for our relationship. I'm embarrassed I've spent so much time preparing for this moment and it was wasted on a fat whore who doesn't know when she has struck gold. I truly thought you were different, that you actually wanted a nice man to be with. I see I was dead wrong.
Look at this thing. It's just gonna brute force its way through.
So at least there's a
without doing any of the actual omen.
Positive note for both parties involved. So this guy did end up doing the quintessential nice guy sign off, that standard song and dance of, you know what, I'm better than you. I should have never wasted my time with you because you're fat and you're a whore and you're chunky, you're chubby, and I hate you. You're tacky, and I hate you. You're fat, and I'm a nice guy, the nicest guy you'll ever meet. You blew it. You blew it, it's on you, and you should feel bad. I'm not crying, you're crying. That's where the text message journey comes to a conclusion. Like I said, there was a lot more outside of text that he did, but I only wanted to focus on the text. Hopefully they don't have to deal with this individual anymore going forward, and yeah, that's about it. See ya. Now, I've seen a lot of people.
Yay! It finally clears its first omen. Yatta!
Never say about another human being. But what if I force-fed you a hard truth? What if I told you I don't really use Reddit? My narwhal doesn't.
And it just does not.
Occasionally go on there just to see if there's any breaking news that I might.
Oh wait.
But it's very infrequent.
Oh yeah, it's 4.
You know, go into the swamp.
Would it do?
Section on the platform.
Would it do?
I don't know what possessed me to do this. It must have been some kind of divine moment.
I mean, probably not. Probably not.
Told me that I needed to read some comments today.
It's not just gonna magically add like 20 charge bar or 40 charge bar to this thing. Yep.
Perfectly encapsulates the quintessential Reddit user.
Oh well, it tried. They tried.
Finding this fucking angry Redditor and everyone who engaged with him on this day. It started in the most unsuspecting location, but then again, that's where all good fairy tales begin, in the place you least expect them. So, it was a clip posted from this.
Ooh.
Now, the clip doesn't matter. I'm not gonna play the clip.
Oh wait.
Already recognize the person here.
Wait, no, we can't do that. Can't do that one thing yet.
And her whole shtick is she makes things awkward, which is a very hit or miss format, so it's led to a lot of debate on why is she so popular. Also, is she an industry plant because she seemingly blew up overnight? She landed an interview with Drake while she was still relatively new and not massive. So it just started raising a lot of red flags, and a lot of people started saying it must be an industry plant. And then she started getting even more superstar celebrities, like this clip is from an interview she did with Lil Yachty. And it's just been a lot of hoopla around her and her content. The only reason
Yeah, like let's just open that. We're already like 50% anyway.
Put into context what started this argument. And it's the entire reason I went into the comment section really of this video. You see, Bobby's content is very polarizing. On TikTok, people love Bobby. They're cheering her on, pumping their fist. Go Bobby! Let's get it! Fuck yeah! And then on Twitter, it's boo! Oh brother, she stinks! Get out of town, scram, this is garbage. So two very different responses to her content on two different platforms. But I've never really seen Reddit's opinion on it. I've never seen them weigh in. City got the best of me. I marched into Mordor, went to the comments in order to get an answer to the question, and most of the comments were pretty negative towards the interview, but there was one comment that spawned a whole series of dominoes to fall. So let's begin our journey. I'm going to blank out their name here. I don't want anyone to go harass anyone involved in this situation. So, this individual comes forth and says, what grown man sits down and watches this bullshit, then have the nerves to post garbage to Reddit?
Oh yeah.
This comment received a lot of love.
Not happening. Oh wait, fuck!
That's a lot of high quality karma. Unfortunately, no.
Okay, he's not hurt, he is fine. He came out of that with no damage.
The community
Oops.
very positively to this comment, and most
My absolute bad.
same sentiment that they didn't really understand the appeal of the clip. Now,
And I think I can do that.
with all of this now, because going forward, this comment spiraled into something that had nothing to do with the original post anymore. And it went fucking insano style. Now we're introduced to our primary antagonist of Season 1. So, from out of nowhere, our main character gets challenged. Someone steps in and says, "Lol, you're on the Hot Wheels sub, dude. Weird to take shots at what grown men should be into when your interests include Hot Wheels. Different people like..."
It's already at like 3 stacks. It should be fine.
It should be fine. Of this individual and notices that they are a frequent poster on the Hot Wheels subreddit, and he's using it to take some shots at him to try and showcase, like, hey man, you say grown men shouldn't be into that, but I could also say grown men shouldn't be into Hot Wheels. You see how that works? And he's not wrong. He's coming for the throat here. You could absolutely say the same thing. What grown men would be so into Hot Wheels that they'd go on to Reddit and talk about it all the time? I personally have no problem with that at all, and I don't think this poster does either. He's just using it to make a point. I think whatever hobby you're into, whatever you collect, I think it's great. I think that shit slaps. Having something that you're passionate about that you would collect, I think is a cool thing. I mean, I have fucking cards framed on my wall from Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon, right? Like, I get it. But this really struck a nerve with this guy. He responded by saying, "Grown man liking cars? Who would have thought?"
Nice.
I see you ignored all the other subs. Maybe I should waste my time on rap and movie subs like all the other low IQ Redditors across the pond. And if you're an astute observer, you'll notice that he's no longer enjoying the luxury of some updoots. The subreddit has turned against him, thrown him to the wolves. He is now being flooded with downvotes. And a downvote is a fate worse than death to a Redditor. It's kryptonite to Superman. The downvotes start hitting him, over 100 downvotes. And I can see why.
Yeah, let's just skip right over here.
Like, his point was pretty clear, but then he
But like, before I open this though, I'll definitely... Where is the theme for this one?
Yeah, grown men like cars, Hot Wheels are cars, duh.
Was it this one?
and
Wait, no, not that one.
IQ plebeians.
Yeah, I think this one should be fine.
Cringy Reddit behavior now. The bad boy comes back with a tough to swallow.
I'm just gonna open it a little bit later because
Talk about low IQ. Haha. You're not better than anybody else.
right now this this particular raid is like in shambles. Like you cannot actually join many raids with it. Especially with my ping, I definitely cannot compete. Can only press bubs once and that's it.
Pouring in. As you can see, most people are rallying behind the other guy who's just saying, brother, they're toys. Not
Like we'll just chip at it away maybe 80-90%, and then we will open it because surely I'm already guaranteed some animals with that.
But I don't understand why this goofball is talking about it as if they are real vehicles. He's like, got this bravado going on, like this machismo, like, oh yeah, grown men liking cars, who would have thought? It's Hot Wheels, man. They're still collectible toys that you can play with, and they are made for kids, but there's nothing wrong with liking them or collecting them as an adult. Fucking Pokemon cards are made for kids too. I collect them. Like, there's no shame in it, but you're acting so insecure about it and like, pretending that it's something that it's not. And he does the classic Reddit 101 when it comes to argument, where he doesn't actually address what was said. He just says, LMAO, edited your pathetic response, big L, basically. Like, his response wasn't pathetic, it was totally fine. You didn't counter it or anything at all. He just made you look foolish, and you continue to make yourself look like even more of a clown here.
He even got one omen cleared with that. Nice.
Changing spark plugs on my
Now let's just open it and see how. See, everybody else just clear it up.
Here enters the sidekick to our main supervillain here, who chimes in and says, "You're trying too hard." To which this guy responds, "Actually, I'm low on boost. If I was trying too hard, I'd be at 950 horsepower range." It doesn't get more Redditor than that. Oh my fucking god, I could feel the fedora tip through the computer screen here. Milady, my horsepower is quite low. It's just, shit, it hurts to read, it really does. The guy's absolutely right, he is trying so hard. I have expected him to go into like the Navy SEALs copy pasta. What'd you say to me, you little bitch? I've got 500 confirmed Hot Wheels with 6,000 horsepower and 400 RPM turbo booster NOS accelerators. Like, brother, it's Reddit. You're not Dominic Toretto, you're talking about Hot Wheels, it's not that deep. Even if he was being honest and was changing the spark plugs in his F-150, why would you say that? It just makes you look like such a fucking loser to say that during your heated little scuffle online. It's so...
Just give me more Animus, please, thank you.
Keep it to yourself. You don't need to try and like prove that you're a man to a stranger on Reddit. All hell breaks loose right now, and the cringe is rated E for everyone because he starts just lashing out at anybody in the thread. So someone else made a comment, and he went through his post history, I believe, and found that he was on like the WWE subreddit. So he calls him out saying, WWE isn't real, bro, sorry to tell you. Maybe you should pick up a real hobby like learning about cars. To which they respond, toys. A slam dunk, he's right. It's all fucking about Hot Wheels so far. So then he comes back and says, yes. I'm not delusional like you, Mr. SmackDown vs. Raw. That's not even an insult. The WWE is extraordinarily popular. Hot Wheels Henry is just really scrapping for any morsel, any crumb of an insult that he can, you know, slap together, and it's just, it's not working. It's not. He's fighting like 16 different battles from all fronts here on this comment thread, and he's losing every single one of them. Our boy then goes full armchair psychologist. You actually are ashamed deep down. That's the whole reason you chimed in on my comment. You felt attacked when I said, what grown man watches this? It brought back traumatic memories of you being bullied for liking WWE in this day and age. He's like, no, I commented just because of the toxicity. To which he says, I'd rather have a Hot Wheels collection in my garage next to my turbo truck than have Rey Mysterio and Triple H posters all over my wall. I don't know who's getting bullied for liking the WWE in this day and age. It's extraordinarily popular. Maybe like 10 years ago, but today, no shot. I think he's fighting ghosts with that one. You're much more likely to get bullied for collecting Hot Wheels cars as a grown-ass man. Case in point. Though, he's not actually getting bullied for that because no one really has a problem with what you collect as a hobby. The reason people are making fun of him here in the subreddit is because of his attitude, where he views his hobby as just superior to whatever else everyone's interested in. Oh, you see, no, I actually collect Hot Wheels cars, like a real, grown, grizzled, strong, big-muscled man, not this lame garbage. Like, it just sounds like pinky up, high off your own fumes, sniffing your own farts kind of garbage where you view yourself as superior than others just because you think your interests are better. So you're just shitting on everyone else who called it out. Like, no one cares if you collect Hot Wheels cars in your garage and it's right next to your fucking Optimus Prime truck. Yeehaw, that's great. You're just being
only one anime out of after all that. I hate this game. Oh wait, no, not that one.
He says, you drive a...
Just the basic pa.
Drowning in pussy. He's saying it sarcastically. So he checked the comment history of this guy, saw that he played RuneScape, and he's using it to attack him. Which is a wild one. Like, yeah, RuneScape's got some, you know, less than stellar things about it, but there's nothing wrong with RuneScape at all. It's still an extremely popular MMO that is well loved to this day. And the guy's like, I don't understand how a dude who plays with toy cars thinks he's above people on movie and rap subreddits and people who play RuneScape. We're all on the same site getting in our respective nerdy communities. What makes toy cars better than talking about media or playing a game? Which is fair. I mean, that makes a lot of sense. And then he just goes, you don't understand because you can't even turn a wrench on your own car. Of course, a mechanic is going to be into Hot Wheels considering he works around cars all day. Do you need me to further break it down for you to understand? Oh, just that aura of insecure loser is very potent.
It's not the HL one though. It's just need some additional mats from it.
People to the ground, they can't even stand up. That's what his loser aura is doing to me right now. It's rough. Why do you feel the need to defend your hobby when no one's actually attacking that? They're attacking your behavior. Where you think what you do is better than everyone else and can't understand that different people are going to like different things and there's nothing wrong with that. That's the only thing people are picking apart. That's what started this whole thing. You were saying, who watches this garbage? What grown man would do this? And one other guy was like, hey, you're a grown man who plays with Hot Wheels. You understand? Like, different people like different things. It could have been so easy to just meet in the middle, shake hands, and be like, oh, okay, I get it, yeah. This wasn't for me. Just like Hot Wheels collecting, maybe not for you. But he just refuses to accept that reality. Instead, he's just going, no, you don't understand because you can't turn a wrench in your own car. He just keeps diving in on things other people like. Do you just really call RuneScape a fun multiplayer game, responding to someone saying that it was a fun game, there's nothing wrong with it? You're not playing COD, dude. You're playing a game that's synonymous with virgin weirdos like yourself. Deaf embarrassing. He's just trying way too hard. I can feel the tears in his eyes as he types these comebacks. Now, up until this point, I had a big smile on my face reading these for the first time, but when I read his next response here, I let out an audible gasp. So the guy, once again, is still going in about RuneScape, like, you know, it's just an MMO, you know, whatever, you're being a judgmental prick, and can't handle it when people roast you back. So you start combing through comment histories, massive Redditor mindsets. And his response is, I can definitely handle it, LMAO. I just shit on 10 different no-lifes, including you, that wanted to be relevant. There's multiple comments saying,
This will open it now.
First you want to reply to mine for the free clout and upvotes from the Fem girls. I don't even know what fantasy land this guy's in. He just went into Narnia, and he's not coming back, I guess. We've lost him for good in Delusion. Farming the free clout from a Reddit comment section? What clout? And where did the Fem girls come from? And I don't understand. There's so many layers to this onion, I don't even know where to begin with picking it apart. So, first of all, he can't handle anyone roasting him back. He has showcased that very beautifully. He's had a full-blown conniption over this. He did not shit on 10 different people. He just made a fool of himself in front of, or in response to 10 different people. And he says that they just wanted to be relevant. So I'm guessing this guy has a huge ego, and he thinks that he's some kind of Reddit power user, perhaps? Like, his karma speaks for itself, right? Like, this is a big guy. And you guys are only responding to him because they're trying to suckle some clout from his cheeks, his big, ample bosom of relevancy. It's wild. It's so wild to me. So I went to his account because I did a double take. Is this like a big Reddit user? No, he's not. Like, I don't know what like the highest echelon of Reddit karma farming is, like the biggest karma accounts. But his is not very high. Like, I don't know where this is coming from. But even if it was, if he's the #1 Reddit poster, there is no such thing as Reddit clout for commenters. That doesn't exist. Like, Reddit is the only social media platform where if you're extremely active, the #1 account on Reddit, it doesn't do dick for you. It does less than nothing for you. If you get Twitter famous, you can at least turn that into some kind of like sponsorship revenue or lead people to other platforms to maybe follow you. Now you can even make direct ad revenue from engagement, I guess. TikTok, obviously, you can make a whole career out of. Even Facebook, obviously, YouTube, Twitch, every other social media platform, if you are a power user of it and get like a big audience on there, you can make a whole career out of it. Reddit, if you dedicate your life to being a Reddit power user, all you do is get laughed at. That's your big reward. You get insulted for wasting your time. It is the only social media platform where you cannot make a career out of being a power user of it. So even if he was the #1 user on it, it wouldn't matter. And there's no clout that anyone would be able to get from this exchange.
Oh wow, surprisingly.
The most bafflingly out of touch comments.
Nobody has come in yet. I guess everyone's busy over the Ennead raid.
Reddit comments also stunned by the statement, and he double responds here saying, your plan worked, dude. You got all the femboys wanting to suck you off. And since we're on Reddit,
now I'm fearing for my life. What if I host the other HL ones? Nobody's probably gonna come.
Y'all should become friends and play together. Y'all would fit in perfectly with the rest of the RuneScape community. I'm at a loss for words. This is kind of where the whole thing ends. And man, what a banger of an exchange it was. Such
Ooh, ad break. Okay, we'll just be on break for a bit. We will be back in 3 minutes.
Look at where we ended up. Like you're talking to yourself during the test. Like when you say something.
Just in time, this is about to get finished.
Mayhaps that was
And there it is.
too far. Stranger danger sunny Friday afternoon. Goodness gracious, how do I save this? Like that is so fucking lame. That is shameful. That is just downright shameful. I am shocked he didn't drop like an asterisk nuzzles you and then an asterisk you there? Yeah, and then one of those emojis. So she said, sorry, do I know you? And then it reactivates this.
Oh wait, yeah, I'm already done with that.
Hey, no, we don't know each other. Sincere apologies for this subterfuge. Oh brother, this guy stinks. Dropping subterfuge.
We will be needing the map.
Creepy approach
anyways.
Wait. If you give me the tiniest bit of room, I'd be happy to explain. I reckon that set explanation will bring laughs and smiles.
Was this the same team that
I'm trying to rope you into a pyramid scheme to sell fancy Tupperware.
You know what? Why not?
He's trying very hard to be self-aware. And when he starts sending his voice memos to her, he reiterates 1,000 times like, this is weird, oh, you're probably gonna think I'm weird, and then just keeps doing it. He sends so many voice messages that go for a long time. It's making my voice crack.
How are you not dead?
You wanna know the wildest part? I'm getting ahead of myself.
My god.
He has done this to
Raka, you were supposed to be dead. So how Senya could get in? Oh my god. Nier, can you take one more hit or no? I swear, like, Rakam has never failed getting sacked, but holy fuck.
He says, explain away, and he gives a
what is
oh god, I just spent 60 minutes singing to seniors.
God damn it. Where can we
text messages he is sending to this girl.
Ah!
Embarrassing.
This is already a failed run because somebody refuses to die.
Hey Kelsey, how's it going? Don't mind me. I fucking hate texting. I feel better without it, so I usually that's how I feel with texting. I could go. I just want you to know right off the bat, I fully accept how. Give me a second.
Motherfucker!
But feel free to just laugh directly.
You wasted my Europa. I hate you.
I and everyone else will be laughing directly at you for this. And
oh my god, you're just gonna have to die when it is your time to die, I guess.
I don't know why you keep doing it. This is the first of many voice messages.
Yeah, no, hold on.
Even after recognizing this immutable fact that it is weird and embarrassing.
God forbid Raka manages to outlive all of them, actually.
Also, I'm not sure.
That would be fucking nuts.
Playing guitar and singing to a room full of senior citizens, but the room was stuffy and hot. I had to do it with the surgical.
I hate. I'm going to stab Rakam at the back of Grand Cypher. I swear to God.
So thank you for your.
You were not supposed to live. You were not supposed to live. For this one time, he refused to die.
I know you were waiting on bated breath for my explanation, but I had to help a very big musician find a gig. You may have heard of him before, Ringing the Horizon. Yeah, I'm the lead singer. So I had a lot going on. I was double booked, so I had...
Oh yeah. Jesus!
Anyway, let me go ahead and explain what's going on. I just I'm a little drained, but don't be perturbed because
Guy have substitute. Oh, does he? Wait. We are demoting Rakam in that case.
Stand-up comedy routine, which you know you don't want to miss.
Like this motherfucker.
So I definitely know how to identify the kind of person I'm like,
I'm pretty sure that was the priest guy. Hold on, I'm gonna try finding him here.
No one else uses it. It's typed into my phone.
I'm pretty sure I should be able to recognize his face somewhere.
Work emails, fuck it. So right away I'm like, interesting. I don't get it though. She's cute. For how pretty she is, she should be boring. Why does she seem kind of strange in a good way?
That's a spectacular start right there.
Oh, come on. No shot. No shot.
Like she used in a
No.
and she's
God, I hate the old question here.
pretty women.
I hated clearing them because it's always, okay, you gotta go fight these monsters.
He just keeps going on about this fucking shrug emoji. He's talking about her bio on the dating site, and he just really fixates on that. That shrug emoji is like Cupid's arrow to this guy. He fell in love instantly when he saw it in her bio.
Okay, just up to 45, I think. Oh no, it's... not that.
Boring or whatever, insinuates that a pretty girl can't have a personality. I don't know what the thought process was with that
I think that's
approach,
enough.
but it's definitely a bold...
As long as we get the... We get the fate episode, that is.
I play guitar and sing. I do about 25 shows a month.
Where is he?
I know it sounds made up. I feel like I invented the job. It's ridiculous.
No.
Very comfortably, life is good. I do play at a lot of retirement homes, and it's great for my self-esteem, Kels, as I am a big hit with women over 80.
Timeout. Technical foul here. He just dropped a redonkulous. He just said redonkulous. And then not only that, in his only second voice message here, he's already just calling her Kels. They're not even on like a first name basis. They're not acquaintances. These are two complete strangers, and he's already giving her like a nickname. What the fuck?
Oh yeah, and just the night before, I'd been talking to one of my best friends in the world, Roxy. Just people that like match you and they just write hey. So if someone writes hey, I just write hi. And if someone writes sup, I go nothing much, you. And like people that match me and clearly haven't read my fucking bio, folks will match and be like, so what do you do for a living? I'm like, come on, Chelsea. Like, yeah, you're kind of cute, but I'm pretty damn sweet. Try harder.
Why are you even talking about this? You're like trauma dumping on this complete stranger right now that you've tracked down from a dating app to try and communicate directly with because you didn't match them. What the fuck is this? Now you're just going on about like, oh, dating apps are so weird. People just say like, hey. So then I'm like, hi. You don't know how to have a conversation. You didn't read the bio that I painstakingly typed up. I spent a long time on that bio and now I'm offended.
Okay. Nice.
I don't know. It's just to see someone mention that in a bio, I'm like...
Also, yeah, we won't... We already exhausted that. That fire hose anyway.
So, if you're curious if someone's interested or not...
okay.
That scene with Justin Long and what's her face...
Let's see if we can... If this is the day that we get the Fa Mini.
And it's true. So
what was the theme I used here? I'm pretty sure it was...
And like, I'm pretty goddamn sweet.
Was it this one?
I'm not
yeah, I think it was this one.
So if someone hits me with a hey or hi, you can go fuck yourself.
He's just sounding like a complete unhinged asshole here. It's not that deep. What do you mean they can just go fuck themselves? No one's even like, what does this have to do with anything in this situation? This isn't even flirting.
Okay, I'm gonna share the code in here as well before I open it for pubs.
And
there we
not
go.
only that, this is probably not even his first take. I bet he recorded this like 10 times until he had one that was like, this is the one. This was smooth. And that's what we got. We got the final product. This isn't even like the...
Oh, hell.
Which is... That's mind-blowing.
I hate that. Like, I really hate my mouse right now. It just keeps clicking everywhere.
Effort put in, and honestly, the more I scroll down in the pics, I'm like, this does not match up. I don't want to sound like an asshole. Like, attractive people can also be interesting and funny, but it's just...
Yep.
I speak.
Correct code right there.
Because I'd like to consider myself one of those.
That's the end of chapter 2 from the voice memos, but don't worry, there's still a finale, and it's the extended director's cut. The next one's over 5 minutes long. Also, he doubles down on this whole like, yeah, you're like pretty, but you have a personality that just does not happen. I don't know why he thinks that that's some kind of like grand compliment. It's very odd. And before playing the 5-minute 30-second monologue here, he must have seen that she listened to it and was like, ah, gotcha! Yeah, I gotcha! Red-handed, you listen to it. Curiosity got the better of you. And then she says, dude, so you saw me on Bumble and found me on Facebook? How? Clearly very creeped out by it, understandably. And then he goes, oh, I honestly just typed in Kelsey and I guess I got lucky. I figured because you put live music we might have some friends in common or something. I blame Zuckerberg and then laughing emoji. Which contradicts everything that he's said here, because he's constantly talking and referencing her bio, which I think is referring to her dating profile and bio. Especially because he does mention like online dating with pays and highs and shit. So I don't even know why he thought that would somehow save the situation. Like, she'd be fooled by it.
I was like, dude, it's awesome and funny, and I was so proud of it, and then someone called me again about a gig this evening, and it's like, you know that thing where your friends know you're busy or you're on a date or something, and then that's when they decide to call.
Oh wait, I have not used my Lucifer. What?
I was in the middle of something spectacular. You were gonna love it, Kels. You were gonna love it, trust me. But then one of my fucking asshole friends called me about it.
All I did was freaking refresh once.
Can you believe that, Kels? Can you believe that? It's like those things, you know. We both go on dates, right? I go on dates, clearly.
Oh my goodness.
Busy people call. Jesus.
Yeah, no, your bio is just the fucking easy. Listen, top 3 in like the hundreds or thousands I've seen. It was just, I don't know. I'm a very good judge of character, and you just
wait. Why am I pressing full out budget?
I don't know you, and you don't know me.
That's 100% correct. You don't know each other. So why are you doing this? This is not how you get to know someone. This is concerning. Also, you should never admit to seeing hundreds or thousands of dating profile bios. That makes you sound very desperate, that you spend all of your time on these dating apps, perusing it.
Fasan, I'm gonna need you to calm your tits down. You already took 3 of my men. I cannot believe it. Just completely wipe out
which is very
my entire front line like that.
Except how strange and unconventional this is. I got a vibe and I figured I gotta go with it. I was like in a really good mood that day.
Not in the way of an
totally
can't use that.
But yeah, a lot of my close friends are women, and everyone unfortunately has a couple stories of having to block someone's number. Fuck dude, I've had to block a few numbers of crazy people that didn't know they were crazy. So I really apologize sincerely if this in any way like triggered that or whatever.
Open
I just wanted to say howdy, and I figured if I talk like an idiot, you'd probably feel like I did after I looked at your bio.
It's so close. He's teetering on the edge of self-awareness. Him saying all of this out loud should have led to this eureka moment where he was overcome with immense shame. And he just presses the eject button and deletes the voice memo and doesn't continue this conversation. Like, he's clearly pointing out just how weird all of this is. He's even going into all of his friends or women who, you know, have stories about having to walk away people who didn't know they were crazy. Like, case in point, what you're doing here, but you keep trying to, like, make it seem like it's not weird, even though you do keep acknowledging how weird it is. So, like, you're fighting, like, a battle against yourself in your own messages. You're calling yourself out in front of the person that you're talking to as well. It's really weird.
Oh, okay. It's not fair. You've seen mine, or sorry, I've seen yours and you have not seen mine. If you want, I will screenshot my Bumble bio. I'm quite proud of it. I think it's pretty fucking good. It represents me well. And, what else would I want to know if I was you? Gee, I'm like tall, pretty damn handsome. I'd give you like a 7. No, like a 7.5 out of 10 looks-wise. I mean, to my knowledge, my hair. I'm guessing it's because I'm funny and honest and clearly very humble and go to therapy and emotionally intelligent.
It's not a job interview, bro. You don't need to be giving your resume here. Brother, stop. Please. Goodness gracious.
7.5, maybe even an 8. I'm feeling really fucking good. Second side planks. And, big feet, see what that means, baby doll.
He somehow made it out with like 15,000 damage only.
You are scaring me. Why would you do that? From way downtown here, he's throwing up a crazy jump shot. I've got big feet. You know what that means, baby girl. Oh my lord, please, have mercy, have mercy. Why?
What else? I feel like
I don't have any emotions.
Just, if nothing else, the fact that like you look like a Disney princess and you use that, I'm like, fuck it, I gotta talk to her. So, I was definitely getting strong Kirsten Bell vibes too. She's also, I don't know if you listen to Aslan's podcast, Armchair Expert.
Yeah.
It's quite the reference, but I have a feeling
That went, I don't know.
plays Lorelai. She was on there. Anyway.
Because we don't look at the casualties. My job. We refuse to look at them.
One-sided conversation. Now you're shouting out
and get another hit.
Talking about fucking shrug emoji again.
I really need the animus in this raid, but my god, this all of them are absolutely insufferable to go through.
Do anything even remotely like this. Never engage in a one-sided conversation where you have to be the one filling in blanks in a conversation that doesn't really exist.
But I'm sitting here, a middle-aged guy in his car with the AC on and a SpongeBob shirt, and I would call this like the technological version of, you know, when like Noah South's alley, when Noah was like, talk to you, Yes, I just made a notebook reference. I don't know. I'm being a total idiot right now. So if nothing else, I figured you'd have a laugh.
Maybe we can get like 2 more skills on this one.
I don't know. Maybe. Now you have a solo podcast for a guy.
Perhaps.
He was right.
Would you be so lenient?
Making fun of this whole situation, and then out of nowhere, he drops like his salary from his job, like to flex. He just like slides that in there, which I mean, it's an interesting strategy yet again. This guy's got a wild book of tricks.
I'm sorry, I don't normally bring up money, but I feel like I created my job out of thin air, and like I just submitted my 2022 taxes, and it's been getting so much better the last few years, so I'm quite proud. That wasn't me. I've got way more Anyway,
why leave it in there then? You saying that clearly made you uncomfortable. You could have just deleted this and just tried again. Though I don't think you should have tried again regardless.
Almost impossible.
But you yourself just made yourself puke in your mouth when you said your $6,000 a month out loud like that as like a flex, and you still let it ride. You still let this Beyblade rip. Why?
You look like a goddamn Disney princess. The bio completely floored me. I felt like it was written by a friend or something. I just got like strong, like fellow nerd, divergent, super cool, gregarious, happy person. Any questions for me, please hit me. Don't be shy. If you want, I'll share my bio. I feel like it's unfair, but you know, I've seen yours. I'm quite proud of my bio.
This entire situation has been nothing but overshares from you. She's not going to ask you any questions. No sane person would. It's not going to happen. This whole thing was a complete catastrophe. Once again, hung up on this fucking bio thing. They're just bios. Most people write them in 10 seconds. I don't know how long you spent like finally crafting his, but that is not the norm. I'm sure she didn't.
And we still managed to get one of these, but not a single anima out of that one.
After this whole song and dance, the woman here.
I mean, thanks for the weapon, but I need the anima more.
Yeah, for the 80th time, I apologize if this was weird.
God damn it.
Or like gave you any bad vibes. That's not my intention.
Oh wait, no. I'm pretty sure I used. I also used Lucifer for this one.
And I have 4 more gigs this weekend, and it hurts to talk. So I'm sitting here in my car like a jackass, and yeah, I hope that all made some kind of sense. And if nothing else, please take the sincere compliment. I've seen hundreds of shitty bios, probably thousands, and yours was easily top 3. The only reason I'm lying, but I'm a very genuine, honest person, and yeah. Actually, on my way home, I'm going to park and feed the ducks. My favorite swan couple, Mr. Plump and Mrs. Plump, they just had babies a couple weeks ago. So like, all recognize me, and the babies are squeaking. The hierarchy of the wall babies, there's swan babies, then ducklings, and then goslings. But yes, I may or may not do that 4 or 7 times a week. I'm a huge observer of dogs are better than cats. Cats suck. I'm sorry if you have cats, but I'm sure that's cool.
That was one of the most peculiar lies I've ever heard. You're going to stop at the park on the way home so you can visit your favorite swan couple, Mr. Plumph and Mrs. Plumfette because they just had babies a couple weeks ago, and they recognize you and get excited and start squeaking when you come by, like you're part of the family, part of the crew, part of the ship. What universe? What the fuck? That's not even something Dr. Seuss would write as like a little goofy side plot in a story. That is the biggest lie I've ever heard for no reason. For no reason. The quirkiness is overloading. Like, the cup runneth over on quirk. Wow.
Yeah, anyway, apologies if this totally contributed on the day upset my attention, and yeah, your bio was fucking awesome. I mean, there's a couple other assets I noticed too, but I cannot mention them without sounding like a fuckboy, so I'm just gonna leave it alone. I'm sure you've worked very hard to be in the shape you're in. God damn, lady. God damn, I would not kick you out of bed for you factors. So I figured if you are half as funny as you seem to be and half as cool as I got from the bio, I would say yeah, alright. Hope this made you laugh and smile. And have a fantastical day, Kelsey. Cheers.
And that's the grand finale of this whole situation. And what a journey it was. I find this to be probably the best example of the worst approach to romance imaginable. And like I said, this was not an isolated incident. He's done this before. And he's even used the same lines before. Which is so, it's so wild. I had to talk about it. I had to. So, yeah, that's really about it. Yeah. I've thrown on the formal attire today because we need to discuss something very important. A huge loser named Bintellect. Big goofball, weirdo, lamebo, behemoth freak. He is a big TikTok creator, and that's a word I'm using very loosely here, with 11 million followers, and I'm sure only people under the age of 10 have ever heard of him before. What he's become known for over the years is looking at tweets or comments, reading them out, and then going, yeah, that's literally it. But sometimes it's a little hard to even muster a laugh, so what he'll do is he'll read one of the comments and then go, yeah, true. And then that's the whole TikTok. But I'm not here just to give him a little wet willy and laugh at him for all of his cringe. I am here to talk about something far more degenerate. But before doing that, I'd like to give a quick honorable mention to something else this piss stain of a person is notorious for doing. Threatening legal action against people that make fun of him. I've seen a couple videos on Bintellect now after I've been informed of the situation, so I did a little digging. Apparently when people make fun of him, he gets super offended and will either try and copyright strike, take down the video, copyright claim it to make money from it, or even go as far as to just threaten to sue the person that made fun of him. You disgusting goblin, you make me sick. You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. Now, while I do think a legal battle with Benjamin over me making fun of him would be hilarious, I still just don't really feel like showing you any of his clips because it's just going to rot your brain. It's just trash. So, no reason for that. Let's get into what I want to discuss, the new information that came out about this weirdo. So, Bintellect recently made a podcast, I suppose, and he invited someone on named Jordan Max, and then things got really odd. He got super hostile, and she ended up posting about it, which led to this dam breaking, and we were flooded with cringe about Bintellect's behavior over the years with women. So this horny little goblin asks her before going on the podcast, do you want to make a video for OnlyFans? To which she says, when? He says, today. And then she's saying, no, you need to be tested within the last 14 days and have an OnlyFans creator account. And then he says, I need a video for your page. Oh, what a benevolent saint. He was actually just thinking about her the whole time. He thought this would be a good opportunity for her to make some OnlyFans content with the great Big Bintellect. So she says, doing what? And he goes, I don't know what performs best on your page. I can literally see him doing this. Well, I mean, I don't know what we do. What do you do on OnlyFans? Maybe we could do that? So it's become pretty clear that Bintellect uses this podcast as a way of just fucking... It seems to me like the whole podcast existence is only here as a way of trying to get Bintellect laid. So he tries to leverage his big follower count to then invite on OnlyFans models and then ask if he can make content with them. It's pretty pathetic stuff, but we're only just beginning. He continues by saying, I was just thinking you're helping me with doing a video for my YouTube, so maybe I can help you with your OnlyFans. And she replies, I'm good, thanks. So then he goes, no worries. And then, hey, I'm gonna do the pickle video with someone else, thanks though. to which she asks why. The pickle video he's referring to is the podcast is going to be a pickle tier list mukbang or something like that, a pickle mukbang. And it was her idea, it was Jordan's idea, and he's now kicking her out because she declined to do an OnlyFans video with him. So his answer to why was, to be honest, I thought it would just be fun to film and see where things go, but I got it. So he gets real sad and pitiful, like, no, I get it. I just thought it'd be fun. It really won't be fun. I'm gonna do it with someone else then, how about that? So he goes real Neanderthal mode here. My wiener no get wet, we no eat people together on podcast. Goodbye. How dare you not do OnlyFans video with Bintellect? So then he says he's doing it with someone else. So Jordan, of course, gets really weirded out by this exchange. She posts it on Twitter, and then Bintellect himself, the man, the myth, the legend, reaches out in DMs to threaten to sue her if she doesn't take down the post. She even did a video proving that the DM is real from the real Bintellect account, just to 100% silence any possible doubt. Also, her response to it was great. She said,
what even happened here? This team, he used to be able to hold its own.
I don't think he's ever actually gone through with the lawsuit. He used it to try and bully people to do what he wants. Rather. So, I don't think any lawsuit was ever coming. This was just a last-ditch Hail Mary from a desperate, lonely guy to try and get rid of the evidence of him being a creep. So, that was the whole interaction between Bintellect and Jordan, but after this tweet started popping off, well, the series of tweets started popping off, she then started getting DMs with more screenshots and more evidence of Bintellect doing this to tons of different women. This comes from someone else who had a very similar experience to Jordan, so Ben opens with, do you work tomorrow? They say, crazy busy day, but I don't work. And then Ben goes, let's make some content tomorrow. Not like that, but just film a podcast. So he immediately alludes to like, oh, not OnlyFans type content. I'm talking about just a wholesome podcast, you know, one the whole family can enjoy. Doesn't get an immediate response. He goes, what do you think? He then waits about 2 hours more and he goes, you're killing me, gorgeous. So fucking embarrassing, Jesus Christ, that's so fucking awful to read. Yucky. And then he gives her about 3 more hours, and then he goes, you know what, I've been thinking about this OnlyFans thing. I think I could make this a lot straight up. And then she finally does reply saying that she's just been busy taking a mental health day. So he can't even go more than like 3 messages without bringing up OnlyFans. It seems like the only thing on this guy's mind is sex, and how he's never getting it, I guess. But is very desperate too, and will do it by any means necessary to try and achieve coitus. From everything I can tell, Bintellect has never done any kind of OnlyFans content on his own, or like any type of explicit content. He's just a professional TikTok giggler. All he does is giggle at Twitter messages or comments, and that's it. So clearly he's not wanting to dip his toes into OnlyFans for the sake of becoming like an OnlyFans creator. He just wants to have sex with these women. And he's using his podcast as a vessel to try and do that, it seems. After she told him about the mental health day she was taking, he responds with, hey, thank you. And then the following day at 6:52 a.m., so this guy must have been up all night masturbating, because it seems like that's the only thing on this dude's mind. He sends her a message saying, do you want to come over tomorrow night? Actually, are you down to come over tonight? Or are you just a flake? Doesn't even give her time to respond, just immediately gets combative. He immediately just goes into fucking ballistic bin mode. So you coming over tonight, or are you just a flake? Huh? Are you just a fucking succubus? Huh? Is that it? Huh? Are you coming over tonight?
This is the only mana diver team that has like weird skill.
Jesus Christ. Yeah.
I keep forgetting to fix the ones on MC.
Bye.
I really need to fix that.
Alarm, like what the fuck is going on? So she says, you know, if you wouldn't have texted me so rudely calling me a flake after one day of not texting you, you might have stood a chance. I can see why you're single now, goodbye. Which really just sends Ben off the rails. Yeah, whatever, go fuck yourself. Says the girl who's trying to make an OnlyFans. Good luck. Brother, all you talk about is trying to do OnlyFans content with them. It seems like you're trying desperately to get into OnlyFans but keep getting rejected and can't handle it. So how can you have the gall to try and shame them for it when you are desperately trying to do it yourself? Here's a wacky little Snapchat one. You want to come over here and spend some time with me? Because on a side note, I do think I could probably make us some money on OnlyFans. Bintellect fucks crazy into oblivion. That's redacted right there, like a CIA document. I really wonder what he said. I think it's Bintellect fucks crazy pussy into oblivion or something. But I'm just going off of what I can see poking out from underneath the redaction. I think
Who fucking pressed this mouse? I could have cancelled that. I could have cancelled it.
I just really want you. And they respond, I'm good right now.
Stupid mouse.
Me with money, that's weird. And then he's like, no, that is weird, but I want to see you.
Pressing an additional the full auto button.
So this was a different kind of relationship these two had as opposed to just the podcast OnlyFans hustle he keeps trying to run. So they start by saying, I guess it's just not meant to be. Ben says, facts, no hard feelings, but yeah, it ain't working. So then they part ways, or so it would seem. Ben has a couple of parting words here. He says, for your future self, if you're going to turn around on a guy and say, hey, I'm not down for friends with benefits shit, just say that before you go through all the bullshit. Boring as fuck. Not my problem that you turned around and quit drinking because you're an alcoholic.
Yeah, about that.
Fucking peace out, bitch.
Well.
So Ben really went Ben lost it. This man, he was punching pillows, sending these texts with tears in his eyes, and he got real nasty. They respond to it saying they're far from an alcoholic, and then Ben just keeps going.
He almost died, but that's okay.
You're an alcoholic, and you're full of shit. And he's like, anyway, I'm done. I just had to say that because you're full of shit. They respond saying that they weren't interested in being with Ben, and he should have taken the hint a while ago, but then Ben he goes absolutely berserk again. She says that she's wasting people's time and that she needs to just shut up and go to bed. And then she says, it sounds like you need some anger management help, which is a very fair assessment. I think he desperately needs some assistance with this anger management. And then Ben tries to flip this shit around like, how dare you?
Whoa.
So he goes, be careful who you say that to, Maria. Because there are people who really need help with that. So Ben lets out a gasp. That's super disrespectful to say that to somebody. And also a very basic-ass bitch thing to say. Benjamin, it's a very fair thing to say.
Ask to raise before we dip out.
Like, it very much seems like you do. So then he goes, there's a reason you've been single for this many years, and it's because no one wants you. And no one cares about you. You're full of shit. Basic, boring loser. He just goes on and even has this little monologue here that ends with him saying, God help any guy that you gets involved with that loose pussy because you're just lame. Mic drop ho. This guy just typed out mic drop ho. He just typed that out. He's over 30 years old. I think he's like 34 years old or something like that. I already forgot. This is a 30-something year old man, and he just typed out mic drop ho. To which she responds, I'm sure your TikTok fans will love the way you talk to women when I post these screenshots. And then he's like, you know what? Good luck. I stand by every single word that I just said to you. So, did he stand by every single word that he said? Let's look at his initial apology, which he deleted pretty shortly after posting it, and then also his reply. Let's look at his first apology. I've recently been accused of some heinous actions and would like the opportunity to share my disgust at these accusations. I'm a firm believer in the rights and equality of all humans, including women. If that's not the biggest red flag immediately, I don't know what else is. I stand by the rights for all humans, and that does include women. Those creatures. I am including them in that statement because that's the kind of angel I am. It makes it sound like he's drawing a distinction between women and every other human on the planet, like they're totally separate species that aren't included in humanity. What an absolute incomprehensible weirdo. I grew up in a home with 3 sisters and no brothers, so I learned very early on the importance of power, love, and abilities women have. They deserve to be cherished and uplifted and treated with respect. And that's how I live my life. I do not condone the statements or accusations that have suddenly been hoisted upon me. And
But I guess it makes sense. This is the only place where you could
He's actually going with
you could farm skills and like maybe not lose your mind in the process.
No, I have 3 sisters. You guys don't understand. I could never do this to women.
Okay.
You're misunderstanding. These are all
no.
3 sisters. I legitimately am not beating to women.
These bad boys.
I have 3 sisters, but my mother is also a woman. So you should see how ridiculous these claims are now, knowing this context with my 3 sisters and mother. So that should hopefully clear up all of the air here with these accusations. Like I mentioned, he did delete this apology post, but today he did release a new apology on TikTok. He released an apology video, so let's take a peek at that. Also, Ben, I know you're still watching. You probably plan on suing me if I show your apology video, because you've employed this tactic before against other YouTubers. If they've shown clips of your content to make fun of you, you allege that it's stealing your work and you have a legal ground to take it down and come after them. You don't. That's not how that works. Me showing this is not any kind of violation in any way, shape, or form. So if you do try and sue me or copyright claim this video, copyright strike the video, anything like that, I will 100% respond with every single option at my disposal in order to follow this legal case through to its fullest conclusion. So let's check out your apology, brother.
Hey guys, there's a lot being said about me on the internet right now, and I just wanted to clear the air. The first thing I want to say is I'm sorry to anyone that I've made feel uncomfortable.
I love how nonchalant he is about this whole thing, just trying to downplay the situation. Like, if I made any of you feel a bit icky, a little uncomfy, I'm super sorry. That wasn't my intention. You must have misunderstood it. It's not what I'm about. When in reality, he would snap, get aggressive, hostile, combative, anytime he was denied sex.
I want to say to any girl who I've been rude to, whether through text or in person, that I'm sorry. I understand that me being sorry does not excuse that kind of behavior. I will continue to work on myself and do better. Thanks, guys.
Behold, the first AI ChatGPT written apology. This just ticked every basic box. There's really nothing of value here at all. Just like the quickest, weakest apology, and he's just gonna go forward doing his little, look at this tweet. Like nothing ever happened. So, that's kind of where everything's at. Dog shit apology, dog shit situation. This guy is a big old loser. So, let's use this as a learning opportunity for anyone watching. Don't be like Intellect. That's really about it. See ya. Good morning, and welcome back to Wacky Weirdo Hour. Boy howdy, do we have an action-packed lineup for you today. Get out your cup of coffee, enjoy your cereal. It's about to be a bit of a ride. Sometimes I'm asked, why do I do this to myself? Why do I dabble in the swamp of cringe? What's the purpose? What's there to gain from staring into the abyss and letting the abyss stare back into you? And the thing is, I unironically feel there's real value here in some lessons to be learned from the lunacy. Let's say people out there that haven't really
they got healed. Nice.
Suckling mother's bosom and has never really branched out from the nest to get their own wings and become the social butterfly that they are destined to be. Sometimes people might not recognize that the behavior they're exhibiting is not good, and is bad, not productive, is not going to lead anywhere. So by going over some of these absolutely atrocious, downright painful exchanges in the dating scene or like romantic interest, I feel like it can serve as a scared straight kind of moment, like, behold, don't be this guy. And you're like, oh, I don't want to be that guy. What the fuck, he sucks. Okay, alright, I get it now. I know what not to do. Or maybe I'm just reading way too deep into all this. I'm not a fucking hero. I'm not a psychologist. I'm just a guy here laughing at some goofy situations. Anyway, the story for today is one I got tagged in a lot last night when I was at a Lightning game. So I actually watched it unfold in real time and had a sneaking suspicion that by morning this would no longer exist. The poster would probably remove it because things were out of control. That shit went cattywampus. And I was right. The posts were deleted, but I saved them. I made sure to. I said, dag nabbit, you're not keeping this from me. You think you can hide cringe, brush it under the rug and I won't find it? Nope, I'm lifting that rug up with a big old smile on my face. I'll say thank you so much for this. Yum, yum, yum. Scrumptious. So I got the Library of Alexandria. Let's just go ahead and explore. I had to censor so many handles that were tagged in this initial tweet here. It was like a fucking CIA document with all the redactions. But anyway, I got it in working order. I don't want anyone harassed here, including the original person or anything, obviously, but I do want to go over this. So they made a call-out post out of nowhere. I don't want to be too rude, but I genuinely can't understand how this goofball, and then he tags the guy, got a beautiful girl like, and then he tags the girl. He says the dorkiest shit, yet has a massive following. I just can't wrap my head around how any girl would go for that. I really commend his efforts not to be rude. I think he did a great job of tiptoeing around it and being polite while also getting to the point at extraordinary manners, clearly. Excuse me, everybody, not to be rude, But fuck this guy. He's got a girl and I don't, and he's a dork and I'm a Chad. What's going on here, guys? He's not ugly, but Sabrina is objectively hot, where he's.
Lucio was supposed to get another hit in.
Unless someone who was a full-time.
He wouldn't stop.
He could use to provide for a stunning woman.
Alrighty.
Nah, screw not trying to be rude.
At the very least, we did a whole lot of farming. That's already fine.
It goes tits.
And we did get our stuff in here, so that's gonna be it for today. I will be returning tomorrow for another stream, although it's definitely going to be a lot more chill.
Foul foot. And then he had the gall to...
We will just add all of the excess time from today on to tomorrow's stream so that we could spend a lot more time together.
Just having a temper